The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Fuck. I was muted. Ah, man, let's start over, guys. Let's start this shit one more time, guys. Fuck it. Mic check. Welcome to Real Figures, episode number 57. My name is Omar V, bringing you the latest action figure toy news of the week, or of the month. Been off for a whole 4 weeks almost. What's up with everybody, man? How's everybody doing tonight? I'm already kind of losing my step right here, man. Fucking mic's mute. Mic is muted and shit. Let me know if you guys hear me okay, because through my headset, I can kind of hear might be coming through my audio, my AirPods and shit. So let me know if it kind of sounds usually the same and stuff. If not, I have to switch some settings around and stuff, but hopefully we're all good. But yo, guys, yeah, welcome back, man. Officially back at it. Been kind of dodging the toy drama and stuff. A lot of crazy shit going on in the toy community all the time, man. So it's good to be back. Somewhat of an awesome show to kind of touch on with toy news and stuff. It's not too much going on. It's kind of why I kind of decided to take a little bit of a break. Want to enjoy some of my little summer vacation that I had left. Been busy with work too, though, man. Been kind of picking up little side business that I got going on and stuff. So, shit. Speaking of work, shout out to my coworker, man, Albert. Shout out to Albert, man. This guy's fucking hilarious. I always talk to this guy at work. Funny dude, man. Shout out to Albert. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, we got a pretty awesome show, like I was saying. Got a lot of pickups, man. I feel like the toy news is kind of slow, but there's always stuff that's kind of landing and stuff. So I'll kind of go over my pickups, and then we'll get into the chat, and then we'll get into the toy news, man. Kicking it off, I got the Icon Collectibles Frazetta Girls Conan. Man, this thing's fucking beautiful, bro. I only messed with it a little bit. The sculpt on this thing is just fucking awesome, bro. I needed a good Conan. Never had the MEZCO. This one to me, man, no capping, no cope. This one is a lot better. It's fucking awesome, bro. I was like, man, you know what? I had to get both of them. So I got that one, and I got the Japan exclusive. Let me actually go through the stuff I ain't opened yet, man. Got the fucking these Fury Toys Shark dudes. Got them from 5K Toys. Haven't opened them, man, just because right now I'll show you guys. Got a little bit of a backlog and stuff. So I got all three of them, man. I was fucking been seeing a lot of people taking pictures of him. Shout out to Will Flo. He's been really tricking it out, especially with this guy. This one's like fucking awesome as fuck. So had to go in for that. Yeah, I got him on 5K, and then on 5K I got the other Conan. So I got the Japan exclusive one or whatever. So I got that, and then just like the stuff I ain't open, and then my Savage Crucible stuff, man. I got Krieger, the Who Man, and I don't know where the fuck the Nashorn is. I think I left it downstairs or something. Somewhere. I don't know where it's at. But yeah, I got those. But like I was saying, man, the Frazetta Girls, the Icon Collectibles joint, it's just awesome. And I got the second one just for the extra accessories. But this one or the other one, I kind of just want to trick it out in like a basic Conan. This one's like more of the Destroyer from that Destroyer painting. So I don't want to mess with it too much. And then just some Hasbro stuff, man. I went for that fucking V4 Snake Eyes, that 90s Snake Eyes. This shit's, I kind of was shit talking this when it was revealed, man. It's definitely lacking some paint, especially with like modernized, like classified stuff. I feel like they could have added a little bit, but if you look at that vintage one, it's pretty fucking accurate. So yeah, the colors on that should just pop with the red goggles and everything. It just looks awesome. And then also let's jump into like some of the Marvel Legends I got that fucking Crossbones 2-pack with Madam Mask. I just wanted the goddamn Crossbones though. This shit's fucking sick, man. I've been hearing people say it's not that good. I'm like, bro, mine isn't relatively compared to other Marvel Legends. It's not that gummy. So I like this shit. I thought this was like the fucking sickest upgrade for Crossbones. So I was like, yo, I got to get them just for that. So I got that 2-pack, and and then fuck, man, I don't know why I bought this, but I ended up going in for that Marvel Legends MVC2 War Machine versus Omega Red 2-pack. Fucking dude, I saw the reviews and I was like, yo, the War Machine looks different, bro. It looks different enough, and it kind of does. And you know, like in the Hall of Armor set, it kind of works. You could kind of have like multiple versions of these types of characters. So I felt like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it, bro. And then the Omega Red too, man. It's slightly different, bro. And this one is slightly better. So they got me, man. They fucking got me. I kind of felt stupid opening them, but I was like, yo, like they're different, bro. They're different. So I was like, yeah, I was pretty happy with it. And then also, man, got this fucking Kingpin. I've been seeing a lot of people taking pictures of this shit. That Gamerverse Kingpin. This shit is like a proper size for Kingpin, man. So definitely want to get him kind of in my like street level fucking display and stuff. I got a lot of shit, bro. Low key, I got a lot of shit. Keeping it with the Hasbro stuff. More of the Constructicons. So I got fucking Long Haul, Scrapper. I got Scrapper, Long Haul, and I think this is Hook. So I only need one more, bro. I only need Mixmaster. And then I think with Long Haul, he comes with like this fucking back piece that's like all the Devastator add-on stuff. So I only need one more, bro. Be fucking devastation up in this motherfucker. And oh man, Studio 86 Megatron. It's fucking awesome. Like I just have a vanilla pose, but dude, the fucking sculpt on this shit is a lot better to me than like the YOLO Park stuff. This shit really does look G1. With the exception of the treads in the back and maybe the color. I saw a lot of people didn't really like that, but man, this shit's awesome, bro. I was like, man, that shit just looks cold as fuck on my desk. I had to get them. And then also they had a reissue of Grimlock, man. So I ended up getting the Studio 86 Grimlock. I never had this shit, man. I remember when I wanted to get it, when they were showing off the rest of the Dino bots, this thing had already skyrocketed to like over $100, and I was like, that's too much. So no, I was like, no, I'll wait till it goes down. Only went up. I think the last time I saw it, it was over like $200. So I was like, yep, never getting him. So hopefully, or thankfully, Hasbro reissued that and got that shit going, man. And then with the fucking new line, new shit, we got fucking Shaggy. So we got the fucking Jada Toy Shaggy. I got him from I forgot where the fuck I got him from. It was like some off website. And then he's running from fucking Terraclaw Skeletor. So I got that new Eternia Terraclaw Skeletor. Like I said, new Eternia shit. This is my jam for Motu. But yeah, this is fucking hilarious, bro. Like just the simplicity of this figure is just fucking fun as fuck. But it's just like I said, it has like no business to have like the articulation that it does. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the line. Like this shit is just crazy, bro. It's just like such a stupid, like just such a simple character, you know, a simple action figure that allows for a lot of fun, you know. So yeah, I was happy to get him. Got the Scooby snacks and shit and everything, so it's pretty cool. So off to a good start, man. I could have got the bad guys already, but I was like, you know what? Buying too much stuff, let me slow down. Don't want to fucking go all in yet. But yeah, I got that. And then instead of getting like the monsters or whatever, the bad guys, I had to backtrack on this Tony the Tiger, bro. I was like, you know what? This shit is just fucking sick with it. Like I said, man, these guys ever got like Batman the Animated Series like license or something? Like the stuff that they do, bro, for like these stylized characters, it's like, look at this shit, bro. Look at the fucking double torso articulation at the waist, on the diaphragm. I'm like, man, the stuff that they do, it's just like, look at the proportions on this dude with the slim waist, the like little small legs compared to that bigger upper body. You look at Batman the Animated Series, look at Batman in that cartoon. It's just like, dude, they would be able to pull it off. I feel like they'd be able to pull off a lot of the cartoons and stuff. Like, just, I don't know, just the way they do it. And they're not willing to, like, I don't know, skimp out on sculpt and original like tooling and stuff, you know? Because yeah, how many fucking repaints of Tony the Tiger can you get as a company? Not too many. So it's like, you know, I don't know. I give them a lot of points, bro. I'm not the only one. I know they get a lot of hype from like a lot of people, but I feel like it's deserved, man. They're like really knocking it out of the park. But yeah, overall, it's been like a good last few weeks and stuff. Oh yeah, and then I couldn't forget my boy Dragon Man. Bro, this thing is fucking humongous, dude. I was like, holy fuck. This shit is just insane, bro. Dude, who the fuck is dumb enough to pass on this shit and was interested in it? Like like if you collect Marvel Legends, how dumb are you to pass on this shit, bro? Like this shit was $85. I felt like an idiot buying two of them. I was like, fuck. When they charged my credit card or whatever, I was like, oh, fuck. I got fucking two of them. I remember I got two. And I was like, why the fuck did I get two? I'm not going to be able to sell this shit. Who's dumb enough to pass on this? And I've been watching like people talk about it and they're like, oh, fuck, I passed on that. I've been like reading comments and stuff. People saying, oh, man, I passed on this. And I was like, bro, they didn't even charge you up front. It's like $85 for like probably, man, one of the best Marvel Legends, honestly, they've ever fucking made. Like, honestly, bro, just for like the sheer size, the sculpt on it alone. I didn't even really mess with it too much, but it's just like, man, it's just so bulky and heavy and stuff. This shit is just fucking sick, bro. I was like, man, you know what? Now I'm waiting for like another fucking Fantastic Four comic wave. They're probably gonna do like a Future Foundation wave, which I don't know. I'm okay on that shit, but yeah, this shit is just insanely cool. And like I said, I got two of them because I was like, yo, I'll sell one. But then when I got it, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna be able to get shit for it. Everybody got this thing, you know. And then I see it, I'm like, oh, storing it away till their price goes up a little bit more ripe, you know. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, that's it, man. That's all I got the last few weeks, man. Nice little haul and shit. I'm really looking forward to the fucking Devastator though, bro. That's the one that I'm really like excited for. It's just like I've been on this like Transformers kick ever since I started that comic series. I'm like on issue 20 right now, so I know I got to catch up. I think it's like issue 25 where the first volume ends. So I got like a couple more issues to go and stuff. But as soon as that second volume starts, I'm jumping right on board and stuff. Or did it already start? It probably already started. I'm probably just out of the loop on it. But I gotta get into that G.I. Joe series too, the Duke and the Cobra Commander, because it's like a little tie-in and stuff. But yeah, that Transformers series, bro, like, man, I've just been like going down rabbit holes of like I said, learning about lore, learning about different kind of toy lines and stuff. Like, I don't know, I just been like really engulfed in it and stuff. It's just fucking awesome. But then yeah, like I said, the fucking the Transformers are like so simple and stuff, but like I said, like to form out that Devastator, I'm like, yeah, it just looks like action figure crack, bro. So I am looking forward to that. But yo, that's all I got, guys. Let me know what you guys are picking up and stuff. What your guys' thoughts on it is and stuff. And yeah, let me know how you guys are liking it and everything. And then I'll say what's up to the chat, man. Chat's sliding in here, thankfully. I was like, man, it's been a minute. I just like to go live sometimes. I don't like to plan out the videos like ahead too much. It's just like, because sometimes I'm thinking like, is it worth doing the show tonight? And I just last minute, I just kind of decided, yeah, let's do it. So yeah, like I was saying, shout out to my boy Albert. He's in the house. Ghost Tav is in the building. He says, what's up? He says, yo, what's up, Ghost Tav? Panthro in the house. He says, hey, yo, loud and clear. Yo, thanks, Panthro. Appreciate everybody letting me know. Thor is in the house. He says, what's up, Omar? And all in the chat. Yo, Thor, how are you doing tonight? So we got a lot of cool people in here already, man. B Rivera in the house. What up, man? Albert letting me know my mic's good. Oh, awesome, man. Thank you guys, man. Andy's in the house. He says, hey, yo, let's get real. What's up, Andy? It's good with you, bro. Fucking Andy's been tagging me like on all these goddamn. You better be winning these giveaways, bro. This motherfucker tags me like in all these Instagram giveaways. I'm like, is he winning this shit or what? Snowcapped met its goal. Hasbro tried their best, their pathetic best. Yeah. Did they lower the price on that thing? Did I read that correctly? Did they knock off some price on that shit? Because if they did, then everybody knows the move from now on. You just fucking wait. You wait till they get desperate, lower the price, save us a little money, wait for the sale. Raceland saying Omar was in hibernation waiting for third party to make their moves. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. Like I said, we'll get into some stuff, you know. But it's been slow rolling out, man. So like companies are really kind of, I think they're just biding their time to like fall and stuff. And then yeah, we get into that holiday season. And it's just like, you know, it's just reveal after reveal and stuff. Paul Morales is in the building. Yo, Paul, how you doing, man? Welcome. Action Figure Bond Show in the house. Is hey yo, I still got, dude, Boncho, I still owe you your prize, bro. I was like, man, maybe I do a giveaway, guys. Maybe I do another giveaway. I got a bunch of unboxed stuff. Maybe we give some of this stuff away. If I can reach 10,000 subscribers before this show's end, I'll give everything I showed off today away. So get on it, guys. Share the video. Oh, man. That's so pathetic, dude. Oh, man. I tried, guys. Who's smoking the Scooby snacks tonight, right? Shit, man. I know. I wanted to fucking hit a bowl before the show, but I was like, let me just start this shit. Sometimes I'll smoke before I jump on here, and then I'm just like stupid fucking losing my train of thought and stuff. Then I realized that's how I always am. Rojo's in the building. He says, yo, what's up, Rojo? No, man. I just noticed this dude's avatar is like fucking Perk Mickey and shit. He's like on a perk. Thor saying, my recent pickups is Marvel Legends Gamer vs. Venom. I got 2. One to customize, other as is, but the Dragon Man looks sweet. Oh, yeah, that Gamer vs. Venom, bro. Yeah, I got 2 of those also because I was like, you know what? Yeah, that fucking body is like it. For them to only charge $60 for that shit, I'm like, man, RIP to the baths, bro. Honestly, like people love baths and stuff, but I just feel like this better to just make deluxe figures, you know, like this Kingpin, man. I really want to backtrack on that bath, that white body suit, the white suit one. I have the Cardin one, that retro Spider-Man Cardin one, and the head fits on that, but it's just like, I don't know, I kind of want that one just like kind of more on my Spider-Man animated series display. But this head on that white suit with the black shirt, that bath, it looks way better, bro. And like I've been looking at that shit on eBay, and it's just like, it's just like $100. I'm like, man, they need to rebox that up in some kind of deluxe or something. I'd buy that shit because yeah, I don't know. I just never been a fan of baths, dude. I've never been a fan of them. It's just like I don't want to buy all this extra shit just to get some BS, you know, like some BS part. It's like this one. I felt fucking dumb buying a 2-pack, but I was like, I just wanted this motherfucker. The chick was like, whatever. She came with some good accessories, and I'll take that. But I was like, man, I'm mad. She's like, fucking what fucking tier would you put that villain at? Like, I don't want that shit, you know? So it's just like, I don't know. It's like a double-edged sword sometimes when it comes to baths. I hate having to buy stuff I don't want. Obi-Wan Chingon is in the house. He says, hey, Omar and Real Figure fellas, what's up? What's up, Obi-Wan? Good to see you, man. Give away that snake lair. I know, bro, that shit is gonna fun, bro. I can't believe it. I was like, what the fuck? MOTU community is fucking strong, man. Like, communities are showing out, bro. G.I. Joe community is fucking strong. MOTU is. RIP Star Wars, they're probably the weakest, but even them, they're making a little push and stuff. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's just like I said, the toy business is booming, bro. That's why I don't want to hear shit from companies about this and that, bro. It's like you guys are making fucking record sales, bro. Record sales. Like no fucking way you guys are hurting, man. So I don't hear no bullshit about no tariffs or any of that crap, you know. It's just like, come on, guys. You guys know you guys are eating good, man. So, you know, treat us right, guys, when you guys come with your bullshit, you know. Mel Satan in the building. He says, what up, everyone? Yo, Mel, how you doing tonight? What's good with you, man? Hard, Fast, and Ugly says, Hasbro baths were rarely worth it. Yeah, there's like a few of them that I'm like, man, I really regret not building them out. But even now, it's like now they're kind of repacking some of these things like they did with that Venom pool. I think they got like an Onslaught coming out. You know, they got a bunch of cool shit out all the time now that they're kind of reboxing. So hopefully, I don't think they will do that Kingpin this year, but sometime in the near future, I hope they do that. Because yeah, I'll take that white suited body. That one was fucking sick, but then that would make me have 3 Kingpins, and that's kind of a lot, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I think it looks really good though. So we'll see what's up with that. And then yeah, this still kind of fits as a comic, but I don't know. Every time I think of Kingpin, I just think of him in like a white suit, you know. So this Gamer is a little bit of a different spin on it, but like I said, just the size of him is it's perfect, you know. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And yeah, like I was saying, a little bit of toy news that we could get into, guys. So let's just jump right into it, man. Because yeah, small little episode tonight, not gonna be too long. Yeah, it's not too much shit to go over, man. So let's just jump right into it, guys. Because kicking it off, we're gonna start off with a little Hot Toys action. We got this 1/6 scale, the Joker from the Killing Joke, and talk about an iconic cover, man. It's just like, dude, this has got to be one of the most famous comic covers and stuff. Like this Joker right here with the camera and everything. Super iconic, man. So to see that Hot Toys is continuing to put out these like more masterpiece comic style figures is pretty sweet, man. We've talked over the last couple of years or the last year, we got the Venom coming out, we got Doctor Doom coming out. Looks like they're also kind of jumping into some of the DC stuff, man. So all the time I've always thought about getting like that Heath Ledger Hot Toys Joker. I think that shit just looks phenomenal, man. But comic version of this character is always cool as fuck. Between this, the movie, Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson, animated series Joker, it's just like, man, it might be too many, but they're all iconic in their own way, and they all offer something different, This one right here, since it's just such an iconic like pose and picture, it's just like hard to imagine that I would display this any other way outside of this. But they are kind of giving you a lot of other pieces to kind of trick it around and switch it up every now and then, like I was saying though, I think I would just leave it like this the majority of the time, and at that point it's just like, why don't you just get a kind of a statue, but like I said, the extra accessories, they definitely offer something for somebody that just wants a comic version of Joker. It's like, yeah, you can kind of display them in different ways. You got like a couple of accessories that kind of are synonymous with him, like that gun with the click that pops out. Super dope. And that head sculpt too, man, is pretty insane. Like it's just such a crazy character to always kind of capture, into an action figure. So many different versions of them, like I was saying. And they all just look so iconic. It's just like I said, this is like S tier comic book villain, man. To think that like one of the greatest superheroes of all time, like this is his main villain, it's just awesome, bro. So I could definitely see this thing getting pre-ordered very well. I myself have a couple of pre-orders for Hot Toys coming up this year. I have to pay for, so I'm not in the rush to pre-order more. But man, talk about, like I've always said in the past, like certain pieces that are just gonna be solidified in your collection. You're never gonna have to probably jump in to get another comic book Joker after this. I wouldn't imagine, maybe they do like a more of like a Silver Age type or Golden Age type version of that, and that could kind of be another one. And then like I said, maybe like a movie version, animated series version. But man, where these guys definitely separate themselves is always going to be in the soft goods. This is kind of what I was talking about when I talk about the MEZCO. It's like, yeah, I know for 112, it's a lot more technical to kind of get the tailoring right. All the stitching, all the seam lines have to be kind of in scale. Man, dude, if Hot Toys ever did 112 figures, it's like, man, I don't think anybody would be able to stop them. Like we're seeing right now with like the in-art stuff, in-art collectibles, they're really kind of known for like statues and 1/6 figures in the past. But they're coming out hot with their 112 line. So I can definitely see them kind of going into more after the movies, maybe diving into some of the comic stuff. We're gonna look at like LPZZ fucking Deathstroke today, and yeah, even them, it looks like they're gonna start jumping into some comic stuff with their Hush line. So yeah, man, I feel like for the most part, maybe we don't get like a domestic line of DC figures that scratches our itch, but there's definitely offerings out there for DC fans, man. And I feel like the Hot Toys collectors, they're really loving this comic stuff, man, because it's like I said in the past, bro, movies are fucking cooked, man. There's not too much shit out there that, unless you're getting like a 2.0 version of it, you would want. It's just like, look at those sequel trilogy of Star Wars. Would anybody ever buy like a 1/6 Rey figure? Maybe once, maybe one character from those movies. You look at all the like MCU projects that are coming out now. It's like, I think we got teased. Was it Mr. Fantastic, The Thing, and Sue Storm? Maybe they dropped the Johnny Storm. But man, the movie, from what I understood, is pretty good. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna wait for Disney Plus to watch that shit. But it didn't look like it was a hit at the box office. So it's just like, I would be worried if I was a company having to make merch of that stuff, because yeah, the companies that own this shit, man, they got to come correct, bro. They can't be pissing off fans, man. You don't want to see too much of this like agenda shit stuffed into this shit, man. It's just like, this is the escapism, So I feel like DC or Warner Brothers and Disney, they need to understand that shit. Like they need to hold these characters like sacred, and not fucking pump so much agenda into their stories and stuff, because if you look at the comics now that are coming out, there's like nothing like this that's like iconic that can, sell over decades and stuff. It's like, when did this comic come out? In the 80s? And look at the hype that it gets now, because how well received it was when it came out. You buy any modern comic today, I don't think you could point in one thing that people would want like a figure of in the last 5 years at least. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you get like fucking Batman Who Laughs, like a 1/6 version of that. I can see people jumping in for that, but for the most part, there's not a lot of stuff that's kind of currently coming out that I think Hot Toys is jumping or chomping at the bit to make. It's definitely cool to see them kind of going back in time and yeah, kind of pulling out some of this like classic stuff and offering that to people, because yeah, like I said, modern shit is just, it ain't hitting, bro. It ain't fucking hitting, man. So what's the chat saying? Hot Toys always delivers, hard fast. Yeah, like I said, they come correct, man. And like, if I was a 1/6 collector, it's like, yeah, these are the pieces that I would not be able to miss. I was actually talking to my homie fucking Fighting Codenames. And then yeah, like I said, it's like an overabundance of stuff. Even now, I feel like, man, this is a lot of shit on my desk that it kind of looks like to somebody that's not into toys sees this shit and it just looks like a fucking mess, man. When you look at 1/6 collectors and their collection, it just looks more, I don't know, more adult. It just looks like more museum style pieces. These still look like toys to me, or like somebody that's like not into the action figure game. They see this shit and it's just like a bunch of toys on the desk and stuff. It's like, hey, this shit, bro. Like that looks like something that a kid would play with. But when you see stuff like this, it definitely stands out. And like, people that are not in the action figure community, they see this stuff and it's just like, that looks cool. Like, this looks cool. This, you have no problem like displaying this like in a living room or like a common area space and stuff, in your house, because it just looks that good and it's going to capture a lot of attention. So yeah, like I said, I have a couple of pre-orders for Hot Toys this year that I really don't know the time schedule for any Hot Toys and shit, how accurate they are when it comes to their ETAs, but I do have like a Darth Vader, a Doctor Doom, and a Venom on pre-order. But man, this is another one that would be definitely tempting to get. But yeah, like I said, for the most part, I think I would display them like this most of the damn time, because just how iconic that is, but man, very really cool piece. Kind of took me by surprise this week. Like, it's been slow last few weeks, honestly, for like the toy news. So I feel like Hot Toys is like, yeah, they're throwing a little bone out there for us to kind of look at and stuff, and looks pretty good. So it makes me think that they definitely got some heat for the last half of the year. So gotta wait to see that. But yeah, for the most part, I definitely know that Hot Toys collectors are gonna jump in on this piece, because it looks awesome and it looks fairly easy to pull off. Like, once you get that head sculpt down, all the paint stuff, like I said, when it comes to their tailoring on the soft goods, like, they're going to be able to execute that fairly fast. So I can't imagine the wait time on this one's going to be too long. So depending on the ETA, it's probably going to be more accurate than not, Raceland saying he definitely looks like a clown prince in that art style. Yeah, exactly. It's just that maniacal laugh, that fucking really fucking crazy jawline that he has. It's just so crazy, man, and then yeah, just like the character itself, it's just like, whenever people try to talk about his origin and shit, it's just like, man, it's just so many different versions of stuff that you could get. The Joker movie, though, that's definitely not his origin. Yeah, that was not the Joker, bro. So that's probably one that's probably taken the most heat in the last couple of years. And it's like I said, the fucking modern movie, man. It's just like, you dumb motherfuckers, you ruined that first movie, bro. That first movie was like, yeah, this is like a standalone Joker. It's like its own universe. It could just be its own thing. After that second movie where this dude gets raped, I'm like, yup, that ain't the Joker, bro. Fuck all that shit. So yeah, I wasn't thinking that, but man, even that one was a cool Hot Toys potentially have. And even now, I think people won't even mind too much. Hard fasting. Inart is a new alpha dog. They are going to check all the boxes: sculpt, paint, articulation, accessories, and price. Yeah, I think so. But man, honestly, when we take a look at that Deathstroke that we're gonna look at from LPZZ, I don't know, man. I saw like an in-booth shot of the Inart one, and it's like, that's why I don't like companies making the same shit, man. Because there's gonna be pros and cons with each one, So it's just, I don't know. I guess it's a good thing, because it's like I said in the past, it's like competition will breed the excellence. But I don't know, man. It's just, fuck. I hate having to fucking decide like that sometimes, Thor saying Fantastic Four was good. Didn't know Sue was all powerful. I know. Wasn't she like shoving Galactus and shit from what I heard? But yeah, she's always been kind of, I wouldn't call her an OP character, but she's definitely a lot stronger than a lot of people kind of perceive, you know. But man, I don't know. For the most part, I heard it was good, but just from the casting, like I said in the past, I'm over that motherfucking Pedro Pascal. Like that he's the reason I was like, I don't want to watch this movie in theaters. So I don't think I'm the only one though. You know, I think a lot of people for the most part had that same sentiment, you know. So they gotta figure something out in the MCU, man, because they got that Doomsday shit coming out, and I don't know. I don't know how the fuck that shit's gonna come together because it doesn't look like there's much of a lead up going into that. But then on the other hand, they got the Spider-Man shit, and that looks on point, bro. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Spider-Man more so than anything, man. So looking forward to that. But yeah, from here we move into more DC stuff. Because like I was saying, it looks like LPZZ is jumping into the comic stuff too. Looks like they're gonna offer us a Hush line also. And by the sound of it, according to the post on 5K Toys, this is gonna be a more affordable line compared to Mayfex, where yeah, the Mayfex stuff is expensive, like in domestic sites like BBTS, but for the most part, they kind of tip into like that $80 price point. I think recently with the price increases, we're seeing them at more be like closer to 100, maybe 90. But you guys saying they're going to be cheaper, man? Like, how cheap are they going to be? You know, are they going to be in the $80 price point or a $60 price point? But it's just, I don't know, man. After so many times getting the same character, even this, as good as it looks, it's hard to get excited for it, man, because it's just like, fucking how many goddamn Batmans am I gonna have? How many Supermans? But these look good, man. You know, that Jim Lee art style, that head sculpt, it looks like they're hitting that shit extremely well. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, I have the Mayfex versions of these. Now that I look at them, though, when I was looking at these pictures, I'm like, you know what? That Mayfex Superman was like probably the best Superman out there for like the longest time, but the Mayfex Superman are not perfect, bro. I do not like the capes on some of them. They just, it looks like they're like not inserted into like the shoulders or the neck area too well. Sometimes it just looks like it's too puffy around that area. Everybody knows about that Hush Batman. That shit is just like fucking, it's like a fucking blanket and shit on on that figure. These look better, bro. Like these, as early as a look as it is, they look a lot better to me, and the proportions and just like the silhouette of them, like they just look a lot cleaner. So fuck, I don't know, man. Like I said, how many more of these characters am I gonna have to get? But to say I'm a outright pass on these just because I have them already, I would just be lying, bro. Like I would just be fucking lying, man. Because man, the stuff that they looks like they're putting out right now is, it looks like some of the hotter shit, along with the in art stuff. I'm waiting on that Arkham Batman, the LPZZ Batman. I pre-ordered it from, forgot where the fuck I pre-ordered it from, but I checked on it the other day and shit, and it still hasn't shipped yet. So kind of worried they might cancel my shit. Hopefully not. I didn't order it from Bomb Buzz Me because, like I said, they can go fuck themselves. But yeah, this is stuff that's, like I said, it's almost can't miss pre-orders, even though you have the characters already. But man, they look good, man. And then also, like I was saying, not only are they doing comic stuff, looks like they're jumping into the movie stuff as well, man. So in comparison to in art, it looks like in art's gonna lean more into like full soft goods, full kind of costumes like that and shit. Like they're gonna definitely incorporate plastic, but I don't know, man. It looks like the LPZ stuff is scales a little bit better. It might be a little bit taller too than the in art stuff, and they look just as good, man. I actually missed getting the head sculpt from this Batfleck, but man, I fucked up not getting that picture because it looks really goddamn good. Like the accuracy on that. And that's honestly where I thought InArt was going to separate themselves from the pack, was going to be like their sculpts and stuff. It's going to look a lot more accurate, but man, everything on this looks just as good, you know? So I don't know, man. It's just like I said, I hate to have so many options of the same stuff, but as far as the companies go, like people that don't have any of these figures, it's good, you know, it's good because they're gonna definitely push each other and putting out the best product. I actually have the McFarlane of this one, and I thought it was like one of Todd's best Batmans, honestly. So man, I would hate to have to buy this fucking character again, but it just looks that damn good. And I think I might honestly pass. I think I might just stick to like their Gamerverse stuff, like their Arkham video game shit. Obviously their Hushline comic stuff looks good. I think I might pass on anything that's Snyderverse, man. It's just can't do it, bro. Like I said in the past, I want to just move forward with like the new stuff, you know, the DCU stuff. This stuff, it had its time, and like, yeah, maybe these companies weren't around to make it, but I'm done with it, bro. I'm fucking done with it. I've never even watched BVS, man. I heard it was fucking horrific, bro. So I never even decided to go in and watch that god awful thing. So to say that I'm gonna get the figures of it, I don't know. That would just be a flat out lie. So I'm gonna have to wait to see it though in hand. Maybe as good as it looks, it might change my mind. But from the looks of it, I'm probably gonna be happy just sticking to their video game stuff, because we move into the Deathstroke that went up for pre-order this week. And yeah, this is, like I said, these are like can't-miss pre-orders, man. Because even if you've never played the games, like this shit just looks like a fucking action figure crack, bro. This is action figure crack. Like the design to Deathstroke has always just been so fucking awesome. And to think that we've never gotten this guy in a fucking live action movie. He was actually supposed to come out in the Batfleck, his solo Batman movie, and it never came to fruition. But yeah, he's always just been like a really badass fucking comic book villain. And you know, obviously it's who ripped off who? Was it Deadpool that we got was ripped off Deathstroke? Because I think there's like too many similarities right there. And I definitely know that one of them ripped off the other one. So I think it might have been Deadpool, honestly. But yeah, like I was saying, this just looks so goddamn good that, oh man, since I got the Batman, I kind of feel like I'm locked into getting at least one of the bad guys. I'm not really too big of a fan on the Joker version of this game, but I know they have that prototyped out. I think they have the Harley Quinn also. But man, if they're all gonna look as good as this and move as good as this, it's gonna be hard to pass on the entire line. Because yeah, I can't wait for that Batman, dude. From what I'm hearing, this is the best Batman action figure of all time. I actually saw people posting that and saying that, and that's crazy, bro. But you know, even though it's a specific version, just the articulation that they're offering into this shit, it just looks great, man. You know, the sculpt and the paint, it shit looks like somebody in a costume right here. Like this looks like somebody in a costume, you know. It just looks that good, you know. Like all the weathering and stuff. It's like, god damn. And for these guys to be offering it lower than $100, that's pretty wild, man. And it kind of makes me think that, like, yeah, other companies might get snuffed out. Because I know that Amazing Yamaguchi did this Batman. I know it was a good figure. I saw a lot of people liking it, man. But this shit looks superior, bro. It just looks better. It looks better. It's better scaled. Even in vanilla pose, like the fucking Amazing Yamaguchi's arms are just like like spread out and stuff. This looks good, like vanilla posed out. And like seeing that it has all this armor and like the articulation isn't like sacrifice. It's insane to think that there's that much engineering going on right here, you know. So yeah, definitely between this company and InArt, I just feel like they're gonna scratch that DC itch. It looks like Mattel might be asked out unless they come correct with some stuff, man. Like they better lean really into like the stuff that people want. If they start lingering around with like crap that's getting made by other companies, like can you imagine if they go in and make like an Arkham Batman and stuff? Like they're gonna look so fucking dumb. I know Todd he did that really early on in that DC multiverse line, so he got those out. I think the first one or the second version, I think that figure goes for like $100 or something on eBay. So I remember I sold mine for like $60, like loose, and that was like a couple years ago. So I don't know what the price is now on that stuff now, but if Mattel comes out with this crap, they're gonna look dumb as fuck, you know, because like I said, it's not gonna get better than this, you know. Obviously, with the price increases and stuff, yeah, you would expect that. Like these are import prices, but like for the people that are really in the know as far as like the action figure game goes, it's like, yeah, they're not gonna be looking to Mattel for this shit if they're making the same stuff, you know. So I can't even imagine like what they come out with, like honestly, but like I honestly don't even know. Like what could they really offer that people don't have already outside of like classic Silver Age, like classic costumes, classic DC characters. Todd kind of dipped his toes here and there. Even now, he's still kind of pumping out some of the stuff, but I don't know. I just I can't wait to see what Mattel does. But to even imagine that they're gonna do some of the same stuff that these guys are doing, like man, they're gonna be at a huge disadvantage, you know. So I did lock up this Deathstroke, locked it up on TOYZ Metaverse. I think that's kind of where I'm gonna go to for more of my stuff now. I feel like they're like up and coming a lot better than like Gun Dammit and Bomb Busby for sure. Them and then 5K Toys. If 5K Toys ends up carrying some of this stuff, I'll just go through them. But from what I've been seeing, it looks like TOYZ Metaverse is getting their stuff a lot faster because I think they are located out there in Hong Kong. So pretty good website to go in for this stuff if you haven't already. Like I said, that's where I'm going for it. But yeah, these are can't miss pre-orders, guys. For sure. Put these on your radar if you haven't or anything like that. LPZZ. And didn't they change their name? Isn't it something different now? From what I understood, it looks like they changed their name to something ultra posable figures. Is that the new name? Because yeah, I saw somebody made a post of it saying formerly LPZZ, and I always thought that name was dumb as fuck, bro. LPZZ. I was like, but is it dumber than UPF? I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just like, fuck, just call it DC Multiverse, bro. It's never been used, right? Yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, maybe it's just the new shit, or maybe they gotta dance around with like licensing and stuff. I don't know. I honestly don't even know. Like, I think these are officially licensed, so I can't imagine they gotta be changing their names all too many times. Be Weird is in the building. Says, "What's good? I'm late." Nah, you're not late, man. Started the show not too long ago. But check the rewind, bro, just in case you want to catch up. The caves for bats and soups look plastic, probably just a prototype. Yeah, that's what I was figuring too. I did notice that, but since it's just such an early look, I can't imagine they prototyped or they produced a fabric cape yet. But yeah, it would be insane if they just left them plastic. It's like, yeah, I don't think they're gonna do all that just for that, you know. So it doesn't even, like, honestly, like, soft goods capes it doesn't even look like that's that much of an expense, bro. Honestly, like, Todd is continuing to put that stuff on his shit. Some of them look worse than others, but it's still an offering, you know. It's still a try from him, and he's actually doing it, you know. So I feel like every company now is gonna have to fucking jump on that same train, because I was talking about that during SDCC. Black Series is doing that with a Darth Vader. It's like, whoa, like, for these guys to not want to cheap out there after they put out that Ronin figure, it's like, cool. Waiting for Marvel Legends to do that, incorporate that shit into your crap, man, because I don't know, it just elevates it a lot better, and I don't think the cost is that much higher, you know, honestly. Especially from like the fucking mass produced shit that they're making. It's just like, that lowers the cost, bro, when you make a lot more shit, you know. So and then that's another point that I'll give these guys over the InArt, man. That InArt Batman, the cape was like, it looked beautiful. Like, the material and stuff that they used looked awesome, but no wire. It's like, come on, dude. Like, come on. You know, come on, guys. Like, cut the crap, you know. So I don't know. It looks like LPZZ or UPF, whatever the fuck they're calling themselves now. It looks like, to me, it looks like I'm giving them the edge, even though I don't have any of their figures in hand yet. I'm waiting for that Batman. I'm gonna give these guys the edge over the InArt stuff. I just like the size of them better, and it doesn't look like they're lacking in anything yet from what I see, you know. But that's just from what I see. I haven't played with any of these, so I don't know if they're going to be loose compared to other stuff, or maybe they're going to be, you know, not well put together. But I haven't heard any complaints about any of their stuff so far, or that Batman at least. And for somebody to say that that's the best Batman figure of all time, I was like, whoa. But then I started thinking about it. I'm like, man, is there a better one out there? I can't really think of one off the top of my head, you know. Like I said, the Amazing Yamaguchi one, as far as posability, was up there, but this looks like it posed just as well. It's in better like scale, better proportions. So yeah, that one knocks it out. And then if you look at the Mafex Batman that have come out, yeah, some of those are pretty hot, especially that Hush one. This one already looks better. That prototype looks better. And then this Batman, even though it's a different version, it looks better, dude. So yeah, I could probably take that to the bank from what I heard, you know. So yeah, definitely a company to look out for. I know a lot of people have put these guys on their radar the last couple of months and stuff, just from what we've seen overseas and like cons and stuff, and then just their two offerings so far. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna be here for a while, man, knocking it out. Bomb Busby. Is that how you pronounce that shit? I always feel like I pronounce it wrong, but they can go fuck themselves either way, whatever they're called. Hustle SM. What a time to be a collector. Sheesh. 2025 been nothing but heat. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a good year, man. What? Fuck Bomb Busby? Yeah, fuck them, bro. You must have missed my story where they fucked me in the ass. BBS wasn't terrible, just extremely stupid. Okay. Oh, well, you say put it like that. Maybe I'll give it a second chance. Yeah, Deathstroke came first. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when NR puts these versions out, and we can kind of compare and contrast. Deadpool ripped off Deathstroke. Okay, yeah, because it's like it's fucking Wade versus Slade and stuff. But didn't this fool come out? He came out in Teen Titans, right? He was like a Teen Titans villain first, like in the comics and shit, and in the cartoon series. I remember this motherfucker. He's always annoying as fuck in the cartoon. It's just like, motherfucker, come out, show yourself, you piece of shit. That's hard. Deathstroke needs his own anti-hero movie. Yeah, there was, dude, I forgot to get this like video clip of like this it was like what do they call that shit when like before they film a movie they'll like draw like little sketches and stuff of like the scene and stuff. There's like a clip on, I think it's like on Reddit or some shit, I don't know, somewhere on the fucking internet, but they showed the scene, like a fight scene between Deathstroke. Maybe I have it on my phone still. They show like a fight scene between him and Batman, and that shit's just fucking intense, bro. It's like, fuck yeah, this movie would have been a fucking banger. Oh, I got it right here. Let's see if I can send it and we can watch it later, bro, since I don't have too much to talk about. Oh man, thanks for joining me tonight, guys. I was like, fuck, man, maybe nobody shows up. I've been gone for a while, bro. Gonna be an abandoned YouTube channel. Nah, I'm not gonna abandon this shit, but man, I'm fucking lagging, bro. I thought I would have got to 100 episodes by now. I'm barely like not even on 60. It's like, come on, bro, get this shit together, guy. Man, but yeah, I appreciate everybody that always checks it out, man. Joins me and stuff. Hit that sub, guys. If you're not sub, man, stop being a bitch. But yo, we'll keep it moving, guys, because if this just Deathstroke gonna tickle your fancy, Todd McFarlane also putting out a Deathstroke, and man, this one looks fucking dope. Honestly, man, saw this at a con or like at an event that he was showing off. He had a little panel. But man, these figures are already landing. So like I said, we're kind of backtracking on some later stuff or older stuff. But yeah, this is already selling out in a lot of online retailers. So if you see this in store, get it, flip it, fuck it, you know. I think even Todd is telling people to buy his stuff and flip it. Like a lot of people are kind of complaining about like the exclusivity to like the chase figures and how hard they are to acquire. Obviously, the scalpers are in full effect all the time. They know what's up. But Todd is like, he's happy with it, man. You know, he comes from the comic industry, guys. And like in the comic industry, like that spec market, that's a lot of the times what fuel sells, you know. So he's not mad at it. He's actually telling people to do that, man. Like if you see some of this shit, buy it and flip it and make some extra money, man. So like if that's coming from the owner of the company, it's just like, you know, he's not gonna let up on these goddamn exclusives. Like he's just not, bro. So, you know, like he's saying, man, if you see these fucking things, buy them and sell them, motherfuckers. You know, because yeah, you can definitely make some extra money. Because from there, like I said, I'm actually gonna be looking for this. If I can find this somewhere, I'm gonna try to cop, because I definitely want this for my collection. It just has like a really classic look to him. And yeah, for the most part, I know McFarlane's have like aesthetic parts that people don't really like and stuff, but the figures actually articulate better than what people perceive, you know. Like I've posed around a couple McFarlanes. I've seen people pose them around a couple of times too, and they actually move better than what people give them credit for, you know. So yeah, like I said, I have my little McFarlane little collection set up, so I definitely want to get more of these like DC bad guys. I already kind of have somewhat of my Justice League filled out. But yeah, anything else I'd be willing to get. And let me see if we add this little clip right here, because this shit is fucking dope, bro. Like when I saw this shit, I was like, damn, I'm gonna get this movie. Yeah, this shit's sick. Let's check this shit out. Play. Uploading the video right now. It's like, oh, all these fucking videos on my fucking, like this one. Oh man, that's a classic. Good thing I got that one saved right here. I gotta delete all these stupid videos, man. Fuck, this shit's taking forever, bro. Oh, here it is. Let's check it out, guys. that was awesome. I was like, that was fucking awesome. Well, I was like, when I saw that clip, I remember thinking like, fuck, why don't they just make this little cartoon? I'd watch that shit. Like, fuck, it's like very cheap animation, but yeah, the choreography to that shit looks insanely cool. So yeah, definitely a badass villain that I feel like I said he's gonna get his shine in this like new DC universe and stuff. Because I know James Gunn, like I said, I have my complaints about the Superman, but dude, he's got a lot of cool characters that he could play with, man. It's just they got to be done right, dude. And for the most part, I like the Lex. Like I said, I like the Superman. I liked stuff, but just the tonal shifts in that movie didn't like. But he ain't gonna direct everything. He's not gonna direct everything. So I feel like when he gives characters away like this to like, he better give them to like these serious directors and stuff that can know how to use these guys and stuff. Because yeah, that little clip of Batfleck fighting this motherfucker, that would have been fucking sick as fuck. So hopefully we see that soon, man. Hopefully we see it soon. But for the most part, we got the figures now, guys. So kind of recreate some of that stuff, man, if you're creative enough. I know I'm not. UP figurines, fine figures. Fingers? Is that what it's called? Fuck. I read that completely off, man. NR versus LPZZ UP fingers? Bro, is that really what it's fucking spelled like? I couldn't read that shit, bro. Are y'all lying to me? Oh shit, it is, bro. What the fuck? That's even dumber. Man, ultra posable fingers. Oh man, that sounds like something Todd would come up with, bro. Like that's that dumb. Oh man, Raysley saying Wonderfest is going to give you that episode 100 material. Yeah, there we go. I know I gotta start doing an episode a day, bro. Maybe I can catch up to 100 episodes faster. Hustle saying, when it comes to action figures, what's your preference, articulation or sculpting? I don't know, man. Honestly, I've thought about that, and like, man, I think if I had an answer, I wouldn't collect as much, dude. Because honestly, man, I think I go with sculpt, like seriously, man. But that's why it's cool to see what other companies offer. It's like this Conan. I remember like before I got it, I was like watching reviews, and then yeah, like this doesn't have like a bicep cut, or a bicep swivel, but look at the shoulder, bro. It's like they're doing something different there where it allows the range in the arm. It's like that, and it doesn't look how better that arm looks. So it's like, why not both? Why not both, guys? Come on, you pieces of shit. We're giving you our money. You guys like money, right? It's like you want to see shit like that. You want to see more innovation, bro. Like, and that's what I mean. It's just like, look at this fucking goddamn Tony the Tiger. This shit has like some of the better torso articulation that I've seen like on a figure lately. It's just like, look at all this shit, bro. Like this motherfucker turns and bobs and moves. It's like, I think the one thing though, it's just like you would want to see some kind of tightness like on this area, because like I said, the proportions are gonna make it a little bit more top heavy, but you can still balance them, you can still pose them out. But it's just crazy, bro, like what different companies do. Because look at fucking Mattel, bro. They're getting away with like pretty, I don't know. That's why when people think that they're gonna make like the best like DC line, it's like, I don't know, bro. Like they're not doing the best shit on their Motu stuff, and this is their premier stuff. This is their shit. This is like their Transformers. This is their GI Joe. It's just like look at the swivel on the waist. Had they done the same shit that goddamn Tony the Tiger did, this would be like one of the best figures in the fucking year. This is Skeletor, bro. That's Tony the Tiger. Which one would you put the articulation towards? But they offer other shit, man. Look at the fucking badass sculpt on this shit, bro. Like this shit's sick. So I don't know. To me, it's just, I don't know. I don't like to get dictated like that. Like, the articulation on this shit sucks. It's like, bro, look how cool it looks. Enough said, baby. Enough said. Looks cool. I like it. Yeah, we copping that shit. So it just depends. Every company offers something different though, and every figure has something different. But I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm of the opinion, if you think it looks cool and you want it, just get it. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Like none of this stuff is gonna be life changing, So it's just to be so critical on it. It's just, I don't know, whatever, I say that, and then you guys hear my takes on this fucking shit all the time. But I mean, that's what talking action figures is about. It's just like talking about the stuff we're copying and stuff, and like what we're collecting and what we like about it, what we don't like about it. Like this to me, this shit just looks sick. Like this shit just looks like right out of a comic panel. Yeah, I hate those god awful pins, but that's not gonna prevent me from liking this shit. I think the one thing I don't like about this shit is the goddamn price, because Todd is getting crazy with that shit, bro. He's charging fucking like 30 something bucks for these, and yeah, I know he's packing in these big ass huge guns, but yeah, it's kind of a lot for what you're getting. But like I said, I think it looks cool. I think it looks fucking awesome. So we got that, and then we also have Metron also coming into the collector edition line. So this one comes with a badass fucking little throne, little seat that he has, and yeah, this one's selling for a lot too. I see a lot of people buying this one up. I think the Chase one's going for like 70 bucks. I don't know. This is like new god shit, and it's kind of cool to get it, but it just feels like it's too little too late. And that fucking diaper, it really looks like a diaper, like, because it's just so cheap looking. But I don't know, man. People want characters for their collection. They want to fill slots, and this is not another Batman. This is not another Batman. We got Mirror Masters. We got Flash Villain. Like I said, how many times you're gonna get Joker? How many times you're gonna get these Batman villains? You want something different. It just kind of feels like it's a little bit too little too late now from Todd. That's why it kind of just doesn't generate as much buzz. But the stuff is still selling, man. Like I said, this Deathstroke, good luck finding that shit. This Metron too. I think people are like seeing them and buying them. And I think we got so used to that early Todd stuff that we would see that like flooding pegs, like it was just not moving. And maybe it was for like lack of interest in characters, because it became a meme. It's fucking Batman, Batman, Batman. So now when you get this stuff and it's more limited amounts coming out because it's later in the line, that's, I don't know. It kind of prevents me from getting them, because yeah, I wanted other DC villains outside of the Batman ones, because it's like you got Captain Cold, you got this dude, and it's like it's already late in the line, bro. Like a lot of his Flash figures, you can't even buy them, Then we got Sandman, so another one that kind of looks really classic, but it just looks like Todd never evolved with this stuff either. Like it's just like his entire line went by and we never got anything pinless. We never got, we got obviously soft goods capes and stuff, but yeah, we never got too much more innovation. And shout out to Pac Photos. I haven't seen him in here tonight, but I was watching a video that he put up earlier in the week, or it might have been last week. He kind of put going full heel. So he was going to talk about this line. You know how much he loves it. Like it kind of is a disappointing, like sour taste. It's just like we could have got a little bit better from Todd, but as far as like character diversity, as far as like like I was saying, innovation. But it's like Hustle was asking, it's like, what do you prefer, sculpt or articulation, scale? A lot of people get dictated by scale a lot of the times. It seemed kind of like it didn't check any marks, but for a lot of people it did. Because even now, like I'm talking my shit, but these all look like the same body a lot of the times, but they're selling, bro. And that's kind of why I'm not getting them. Because if I have to pay extra that I had to pay for this and it hasn't been innovated, like I said, pinless arms, pinless legs, it's like, nah, I'm not gonna pay full price for this stuff. What's the chat saying? Because I'm over here going on about Todd and stuff. Because from there we move into Mr. Bones, and like I was saying, this is another one that had this come out last year, had it just been like a basic release, yeah, I would have copped it all day, no problem. But to put it exclusive to your store, even though he always offers these 10% off coupons, it's just, I know you could have got this to a retailer, and I don't know, I don't have any special connection to this character, but to me, it just looks like a fun toy. It just looks like a fun figure. That skull head sculpt is actually really good comparison to like other like skull skeleton figures. Like I actually like how this looks a lot. It just looks like, I don't know. This is the stupid phrase that I use. Action figure crack, bro. It just looks like that. I don't even know shit about no Mr. Skull. It just looks like a fun fucking toy. A cool, gnarly looking character. The boots, those kind of boots. How much tooling was that for Todd? Oh man, but they pulled it off, And like I was saying, that soft goods cape, this one looks a little bit more of kind of looks like a blanket too much, but it's still an offering, It's still something better than other companies offer, but to have it be exclusive to your store is kind of a bummer, you know. And I know he's gonna do that with that Static Shock. So it's just crazy to see how much he's like sub-branded his stuff. Like he's like rebranded stuff with gold label, platinum chase, red platinum chase, McFarlane store exclusive, platinum chase, all this stuff. It's just gotten so annoying. Collector editions, movie theatrical editions. It's gotten so all over the place. And they've all basically been the same stuff. You know, some come with NFTs. They're the same. This is DC Multiverse. He's just under DC Direct, you know. Fidgetals. That's what he calls them, fidgetals. But for the most part, you know what these shits look like. They're all the same shit, you know. So for you to have to pay more for certain characters when it's just like, oh man, you could have gave this stuff earlier, Todd. You know, and it's just like, look how hard it is for people to get a Wonder Woman right now. Like if you want a Wonder Woman, like a classic DC Wonder Woman, dude, you have to pay like a lot of money, bro. And that's like come on, dude. Like there's 3 characters that you have to offer to the people in DC for sure. 3 for sure. And you know what fucking 3 they are. So I don't even have to say them. Like everybody knows what 3 characters you need in DC. Like for a good DC line to like not be able to get one of those, man, I don't know. It's just like we're gonna give Todd his grade at the end of the line, and I don't know, man. To say it's higher than a fucking, dare I give him a fucking C+? I don't know, man. I want to give him more, but it just kind of sucks, you know, because like I said, this looks the cape on this shit. It just looks like a fucking blanket, dog. It looks like it's blanky. So even that, I feel like that's kind of getting a little bit worse. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts? Are you guys collecting any of the McFarlane stuff? Because I was looking at my haul today, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't even buy one McFarlane. I can't remember the last one that I bought. Oh, it was that Killer Croc, and I got that one on eBay. I wanted to buy it just the loose. I didn't want that Batman, that Grim Knight. So I paid like $40 for that Killer Croc. But yeah, I can't see myself going in for too many more, man. You know, it's just like I think the line is done already, you know, and that's kind of what that video that Pac put out was like. His presence at SDCC was almost null. It was like some of the stuff we'd seen previously, like at NYCC, Toy Fair. That TMNT line looked like fucking hell. That shit did not look good. So where does that leave Todd, man? Where does that leave Todd in the action figure game? Like I hate to see it. I hate to see players like be on a downturn, you know, because I even hate it when Marvel Legends or shit. I'm like, bro, these things gotta like maintain a high level, you know. Lines have to maintain a level, bro, and that's why it gets scary when you see HasLabs that don't fund or shit like that, because it's like, fuck, this stuff needs to succeed, guys. Like it needs to, you know, there needs to be a fan base for this, because once a company sees that there's nobody buying this stuff, that's bad, you know. That's really bad. So I don't know, man. I think for the most part, I think I might be done with the Todd stuff. But I think honestly, I'm wondering what Mattel's gonna come with, and if it's gonna sell at all. You know, it's like But the one thing that I would do if I was Mattel is I would come out with that first wave Wonder Woman, sending a message. Like, yeah, we're not gonna be the other guy. You know, it's just like you have to conquer, and it has to be like one of the best female figure. Like you have to come out with like a really strong female figure. So gotta see that. But yeah, let's see what the chat's saying, because Rayson is going into the same question. He's saying articulation personally, yeah. And yeah, that's probably gonna be king when it comes to the most part. Like I see a lot of people going in for figures just for that, and especially when like you're really posing the fuck out of them and all. Like, yeah, dude, you definitely need that to be king. But you want to see like a well-rounded figure all the time, you know. Mel saying so he can include guns with DC figures now. Oh yeah, exactly, right. It's just like, look at this shit. This shit is like spread out, but I don't think anybody's ever held that to Todd's like head. I think that's been like a Warner Brothers thing. I don't think that's been like, because we saw that across the board, even with Marvel stuff, you know. It's just like we saw that across the board from like multiple companies. But you know, I think they got to play by the rules. But yeah, that's always a fair comment. Sneakerhead saying, rolling up the drops on love. Don't change real figs. You're on your race. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it, bro. Hey, shout out to Sneakerhead, man. Dropping that positivity. I appreciate it, man. Raceland, Hustle is green. Raceland, yeah. Like I said, articulation is probably king when it comes to that. UP Fine. They managed to find a dumber name. Yeah, exactly. Oh man. Dude, I thought that was a fucking typo. I was like, are these guys typing up wrong shit? Fine figures? Oh man, fingers. I already forgot it. So bad. It's so fucking bad. No guarantee, but they could be changing names due to licensing issues. Something to consider. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I think they're an official company. I think all that stuff coming out of Hong Kong is like officially licensed now because we're seeing that with like the Ling Jing TMNT stuff. Like they're coming correct now with their stuff. Like, dude, China gotta play by the fucking rules too, bro. Like everybody thinks China is just like fucking great country. They cheat a lot, guys, and they need to play by fucking rules, especially if this company American owned stuff. American comics are owned by Americans. They can't just be ripping off companies, bro. Whoever the fuck they are, even if I think Disney can go fuck themselves, or Warner Brothers. Mattel Motu sucks. Preach. B-Rick, come on, bro. You ain't me banned from the Mattel stuff. Rough Shot stocks. Real figures in the chat. Yo, rough shot. What's up? What's up? Tyler L sliding in says, yo, what's up, guys? Yo, what's up, Ty? Yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking about the stuff that's like, you know, on the screen and stuff. Like if you guys are collecting this stuff too. I always hate to like kind of give my opinions on stuff, and then there might be people that are like, oh, I collect this shit. Like I ain't gonna say shit in the chat or nothing because, you know, I don't want to get hated on. But like I said, I like a variety of stuff, and I know people do too, you know. Like fucking like Beware say Motu sucks. Yeah, everybody likes different stuff, you know, and that's why I like, you know, different kind of conversations with like different chats, even if like it's a different show. Like I'll see what the chat's saying, I'll see what comments are saying, just to see what people's opinions on this stuff is. Also, not to like base mine around that, but I don't know, I just like to get that kind of information and stuff. Obi-Wan saying, I hope Todd makes a Terran stamp Zod figure before it's too late. RIP. Yeah, I remember you were bringing that up, and I think he is. I think he's gonna like. That's probably gonna be like curtain call shit, you know, because I know he's gonna get into the Batman Returns stuff, and then I think for sure before it's all said and done, that 89 Batman stuff, and then I think he's gonna get into that 78 Soup stuff. I know he put out the Superman, but I think he's gonna get into that those like group of movies, the Batman group of movies also, and I think that's kind of where it's gonna end, honestly. Because yeah, I don't see too much more coming out from that. You like them stripper boots, Omar? I know, that's what they reminded me of, right? Oh man, them just are high as fuck. But you know what? I gotta give him points for that shit. It's just accurate, you know. It's like you get a little comic card and stuff, and it's just like that stupid card, man. He never gave that shit up, even though he said he was. Raisin saying, if only Todd licensed out Spawn very selectively. Yeah, I know a lot of people have brought up, man, like if Kyoto was able to make a Spawn, dude, that shit would be insanely fucking cool. But you know Todd's never gonna do that. But I don't know. Deathstroke Fire showing up at Walmart, picked up both today. Yeah, that Deathstroke looks, I gotta get it, man. If I can land that shit, I'm copping that shit. That shit looks fucking sick. Like, I gotta get that shit. But yeah, for the most part, Todd's, like I said, he's gonna finish out his stuff, you know, because from the DC stuff, we move into a fucking Batmobile, and I gotta say, this thing looks like complete shit. When I saw this, I said, man, I think we saw it at SDCC. People were like taking pictures of it at his little event and stuff, and I kind of brought up that because this thing kind of resembles like more of a realistic car, it being like a 7-inch fucking scale Batmobile, it's not gonna look good. And it looks worse. It looks worse in this product photography that's supposed to make it look better. It just, the shape of it, when I first saw it, I said, that's not the damn car. Like, it shit just looks too boxy, too flat. And it's actually a harder car to translate into a figure than I thought. But I remember seeing the Spin Master, that 118 scale Spin Master, and they came out with that shit fast. That shit looks good. And I almost kind of regret going in for, I don't want to say that, I don't want to regret that, but all the Spin Master Batmobiles have been excellent, dude. They're 118 scale. The one they did for this movie was fucking awesome. They got the fucking the silhouette of the car right. This shit looks too flat, and like I said, because it's such a bigger car, it looks off, you know. In comparison to some of this other stuff that we got, like comparisons for, like I said right here, the side of it, might not look as bad. It's just, when I saw this side pit profile picture, I was like, yeah, it looks better here, but it's still off. It looks cheap on top of that. Like, there's no paint on it. This is the model of the car. So obviously he's not going to give us that. But look at the back. It's like more tapered off, where this just looks too bulky in the back. And then the hood, it just looks off. It just looks off, This is the Mattel one that was like a RC car. I believe this was like $500. But look at this compared to this. And this came out, I think, around the same time of the movie, maybe a year away. This maybe 2 years away. It might be way off on that. But this looks excellent. At $500, I expect that though. But I think they put out a lesser one. But it still looked just as good. This, like I said, is raised up. You definitely need space for those big ass tires so it could turn the fucking car. It's like, come on, Todd. Look at this shit. This shit looks like it's like crushed down. It's just like he looks like he's getting crushed in the car. It's like, Batman, get out. It's like, dude, I know the wheels don't turn on this fucking toy, but even if they would be able to, they wouldn't be able to turn out of that shit. It looks like hell. And for $90, Amazon exclusive, this thing is gonna clearance out, guys. If you're interested, don't go in for it. I know there's people that could customize these things to make them look excellent and look museum quality, but it looks like shit, complete shit. And yeah, like I said, this is a Mattel one. So obviously, like I said, $500. Yeah, but the shape of it, the silhouette of it, Todd should have been able to do that, McFarlane Toys should have been able to do that. This is the Mattel one still. This is the Todd one. So even that was getting kind of picked apart. The fucking engine on that shit looks a little funny, but I don't know. It's just off. And then this is the Jazz Inc dioramas, where I don't expect him to get this level. This is like a $1,500 fucking toy. So I don't expect him to get this, but even that, like just the side of it, like I said, it's tapered off in the back. Todd, shit, what the fuck are you doing, Todd? It's like, come on, guy. So I don't know. It's just, to me, don't get this shit. Do not get this. I hate to say just flat out don't get something. Even though I just said you can get whatever the fuck you want. Do not get this shit, because doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. So yeah, that was that. I think, like I said, it's $90 on Amazon. So if you're even interested, you still got to get it. You absolutely have to get every Batmobile. I'd wait because that's definitely going to clearance out. And like I said, it's not, I'm bringing up pieces that are like 5 times the amount, 15 times the amount, but the shape of them look way better. And I think Todd could have done that a lot better. But if you definitely got to get this, be on the lookout for that Spin Master. I think you can get that shit on eBay for like $20 or something. I can't imagine that shit went up. And then just staying with Todd, man, this Mortal Kombat classic line rolled out. And I like the way he spelled classic. That's very cool. Oh man, you know what, when I saw these, I said, man, am I gonna have to buy these? Like, hold the fuck up, bro. I don't think so, but I don't know, man. It's not what everybody wanted, but it's like I brought it in the past. Mortal Kombat gets handled terribly, man. I think the one company that would definitely pull this off really dope would be Mafex. And honestly, when I started looking at these figures right here, I actually wouldn't mind to see MEZCO put out a fucking Mortal Kombat line. That shit might be fucking cool as fuck, but from what I understood, Mortal Kombat's license isn't handed out relatively easy like that. And now that we have Storm Arena coming out with their stuff, maybe Storm gets that Mortal Kombat license back again, since Todd's is making the 7-inch scale stuff. Maybe they could lock up like 6-inch with the Storm Arena stuff. And yeah, maybe we could see that, because that's the only other hope that I would have for like a Mortal Kombat line. Like I said, I was actually debating on whether or not to pre-order these, just because I don't know. I think I just like the characters that much, or that much. I want to say I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan, but who doesn't love Scorpion? Who doesn't love Sub-Zero? Who didn't grow up with these fucking video games, man? Talk about being in the zeitgeist, bro. Like, everybody knew about these games. Your mom knew about these games, bro. It's like all that propaganda that was on TV about how bad these were for kids and shit, and like how like violent your kids was gonna be playing this shit. I remember me and my brother were young as fuck, and yeah, we played Mortal Kombat. Who didn't? You're a fucking little kid. Like, who didn't play that shit? And I remember, like, my mom, she never paid any interest to what we played with, whatever the fuck. She didn't care. Like, obviously she'd buy us the stuff if we were asked for, we were able to get it like on our birthday or something. I remember my uncle bought me a Mortal Kombat game one of my birthdays, and I remember we had it. Mom never cared. And I remember one day she used to watch this show called Primer Impacto. It was like 5 o'clock news break, Spanish TV. I think it would come out on Telemundo. No, it would come out on Univision. And dude, I remember one day she calls me and my brother, and we go over there, and she's like, "Do you guys know about this game?" And we're like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Do you guys play it? Do you guys have it?" We're like, "Yeah." She's like, "Give me the game." I was like, "What?" Like, and yeah, bro, it was like everywhere. That shit was everywhere, bro. And like, man, it was crazy to see that because it was like my mom didn't give a fuck about it, but she didn't trip on it. She didn't destroy it or anything. But she asked us like, "Why we play this shit?" It was just a video game. It's just like we're little kids. It's just a video game, bro. Nobody's gonna go out there and fucking try to rip somebody's spine out. But the one thing about this shit that actually trips me out is him going back to the Mortal Kombat line. His fucking original Mortal Kombat figures. This is for the low already. This 150 plus $20 shipped. Each of these was going for like $150 at one point in time. Like I think like in 2021. I think these came out what was like 2018 or 2019. I think like 2021, 2020 or some shit. 2021 for sure. Dude, these things were like getting scalped on eBay, or not scalped, but dude, they were getting sold on eBay for like fucking 150 a pop, no less. And I remember just thinking that was insane. And it was just like, oh, these are like ugly Scorpion and Sub-Zero figures, though. They're not even the classic looks. So to see kind of McFarlane coming a little bit full circle and now giving us the classic stuff, like I said, classic with the K, super cool. Spell cool with a K. And I don't know. It's just like I don't want to buy stuff just because I think I'm gonna get $150 for it. But it's just like I want a Scorpion, I want a Sub-Zero. It's just I know this is not it, but it just trips me out like how people can perceive bad figures, but then you'll see aftermarket prices going for shit like this. Like this is way earlier on in the year, but like I was saying, 3 or 4 years ago, you were gonna be able to sell this thing for like close to $200. It was crazy, bro. So it's just I don't know. Maybe companies look at this stuff too and see, like, hey, there's a market for this shit. Look how dumb people are. And we move into the Liu Kang, and dude, can you talk about a more boring figure? It's just like I've never seen my boy Liu Kang look so goddamn quiet. It's just like holy fuck, he's just like not feeling it, bro. It's just like you gotta fight to the death. He's like, I don't know, man. I think I'm good. Oh man, this just looks like it just looks so bad, dude. It's just like you get nothing here. You get no sculpt, no action, no articulation, really. I guess you just get character selection, and even that looks really poor. I think anybody can make a custom Liu Kang that looks better than this. It just looks like the opposite of an action figure. It just doesn't look like there's any action here. It looks terrible. It looks terrible. Like that head sculpt just looks so dead. And then we get Katana. So this is gonna be exclusive to GameStop, and it's just like even here, it's like any other company could definitely give us a really good line. It's just like everybody's getting that Psylocke right now from Marvel Legends. It's like, yeah, you could probably customize and make one of those with that Psylocke, but I think you would rather keep the Psylocke, honestly. But yeah, it's just any other company would have been able to pull this off really well, but it's just Todd is just so cheap with it. Where it's just like, man, I can't imagine this license too expensive, like I think I don't know. It's just he's kind of at a crossroads because it's like you can't offer innovation now. You're already known for it to be cheap. You're already known for people to wait for your stuff to clearance out. So you can't really get improvement on this stuff. Like it's just this is gonna be cookie cutter shit. It's not gonna be anything groundbreaking. It's just offering a selection of characters. That's it. And I don't know, maybe that's good for some people because like I said, obviously it is. Look at this crazy shit. It's insane. So obviously it's for somebody like that. So he's got good wave of characters, a couple exclusives going on a couple of sites, because then Walmart is getting this 2-pack, so we get Melina and Sub-Zero with the translucent arms, and see, that's cool. I like that effect, that arm effect. Like that's dope, man. Like we should get that with figures. I think Marvel Legends did that with the Invisible Woman. I think it was that Walgreens joint. And I like that shit. That shit looks dope. So this would be a cool Sub-Zero to get from like another company that offers the same types of, they can get really creative with the accessories. Like this shit looks dope as fuck. This fool's telling her what that mouth do, girl. Hey yo. Oh man, and it's just I don't know, man. And I know the photography that they have from McFarlane Toys is like they're really good. I think I forget his name, Aesthetic One or something like that. I forget his name, but he takes awesome photography. I don't know if this is the same guy, but man, he can't make these look any more funner than what they are. It kind of looks like you know what you're getting with this shit, and it doesn't look that good. So it sucks, man. Honestly, it really does suck because it's just like I said, the DC stuff looks like it's gonna flounder. Not all of it, but for the most part, some of it. And then this stuff, I don't know, man. Maybe it fits in right there with your DC stuff. Like it obviously is McFarlane shit, but I don't know. People now that people are getting like Jada Toy shit and Storm Arena stuff, it's like I think when you see a similar game, you kind of want that same similar type of figure. And I don't know, man. Oh man, B were saying my thoughts on these figures have me dying. Yeah, it's just like I said, man. I hate to be bashing what other people are collecting, but this is we know all your moves. Oh man, shout out to B word. B word remember that crazy shit. MEZCO Mortal Kombat would be fire. Yeah, MEZCO Mortal Kombat would honestly, because like I said, it looks like they would pull off an awesome Sub-Zero, dude. Because like it has all that ninja like fucking clothing and shit. It just looks. I think a soft goods is the only way to do these characters. Like I think that's kind of where Mayfix maybe might stay away. But I feel like Storm Arena with like that soft rubbery like rubber that they have on like their figures and shit. I think they can do it too. But I feel like soft goods would look a little bit different. I think that's why a lot of people went in for that. What was that third party Sub-Zero? That thing was a fucking piece of shit figure. I think it's like nobody even buys that on clearance. Be Rivera saying I might get these. Yeah, like I said, for representation, like the Sub-Zero and the Scorpion look pretty good, but I don't know. I think if I was to get these, I know some other company's gonna make better versions. It's like, oh fuck. When you've seen it on Mundo Legendary Networks, yeah, exactly. It's like, man, I knew my mom was like watching that shit. That was like her news, like little fucking info dump and shit. Leave it to Raul to ruin things. Yeah, Raul, yeah. Oh man, classic with the K, like Kardashians. Yeah, exactly, bro. You gotta make it cool. So Mortal Kombat classic. Even Liu Kang looks red with this figure. Yeah, dude. It just doesn't. That's the worst one. Honestly, that's the worst one, dude. Bored. Yeah, that's the worst figure of the whole wave, honestly. Wonderbirds didn't want to make money or get some reputation back, so they didn't give it to Jada. I don't know, man. I feel like maybe Jada, I don't know. I feel like I know they teased that they were gonna get it, but it's classic. Whoopsie 3D. Didn't he used to say that? Whoopsie fatality. He used to say some shit. It was like whoopsie. What was the name of that guy, dude? That shit was. I remember it had like a specific name, but that shit was annoying as fuck. I would hate that shit. I remember saying that when I was a little kid too. Damn Todd, opposite of flawless victory. Yeah. But man, that's the one dope shit about like Mortal Kombat was the damn fatalities and shit. So you should like if a company does this line, they should think about focusing on that shit, like giving us like corpse bodies, like bodies with like the shit ripped out of them. Like what company will offer that? I feel like MEZCO will get creative with some shit like that. So we gotta wait to see what other company gets more Mortal Kombat eventually, because I don't think this is gonna be too hot for Todd. And then also a little video game love from Bandai. We get this Solar Shogoken, Metal Gear Rex, and man, talk about a fucking iconic robot, bro. Like iconic mech. This is like the best Metal Gear. I know everybody liked that Ray Gear. That's the one from Metal Gear Solid 2. This one always looked way better to me. But man, if this thing is probably gonna be like $300 or $400, honestly, and it's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be that tall. Like I think it's gonna be pretty short. I can't think of another company that would do this. I know there's been model kits of it, but this shit is cool. It would be insane to get this shit like in a one. I can't imagine a 112 release, but like a good 118th, it's not gonna be like $300 or $400 would be awesome to get. But gotta wait to see what this looks like when it gets fully revealed. But just an early look from Bandai, because even their Figuarts stuff, they've been kind of kind of sleeping too. We ain't been seeing too much new stuff, man. It's been pretty slow. So we get that early look at that Rex, and then we get this Marco the Phoenix from One Piece. So this dude is fucking badass, man. And yeah, it looks like the same thing that happened with that Ace. They gave us that early prototype look. I don't know if this is like competition, like between sculptors that are like kind of sculpting stuff out. I think that was something with the Ace figure. I don't know if this is the same kind of deal, but this looks great, man. And for a character that kind of transforms into a phoenix, like parts of his body at least, and different points in the anime and the manga and stuff, to see that they're pulling it off like this, it looks pretty intense. So yeah, this is gonna be a dope one, and it's cool to see that they're like making, like I said, continuing to make like other characters. I don't want to just see different versions of the Straw Hats, especially if you haven't even gave us the full crew and one specific look, you know. But Marco the Phoenix is cool as fuck, man. I think he was like first commander of the Whitebeard Pirates and shit. And yeah, he was dope. I didn't really when he first came on, I was like, this guy looks kind of lame and shit. But yeah, the Whitebeard Pirates are like, motherfuckers is goated, bro. Whitebeard was goated. So yeah, for this fool to be his fucking first commander, I can't wait until they make Whitebeard. And once they drop Whitebeard, if you don't got this figure, you're gonna be lacking, bro. So definitely don't sleep on this one if you're a One Piece fan. Yeah, they're eating good with this shit because it looks fucking phenomenal. So be on the lookout for that. And I don't know, this one might be expensive though. Honestly, this one might be closer to that 110 aroundish price point. And yeah, that might be a little bit too pricey. A lot of their figures are expensive, man. Like the Kaido, the Blackbeard, they're like closer to $200, man. So yeah, don't be sleeping on them as they come out. But that Whitebeard, once he comes out, I'm copping him. Like if there's one crew that I would want to collect all the figures of, even the mostly, so yeah, you get the Ace, you get the Whitebeard, you get Marco, but like the rest of his crew was badass. Like they were just cool as fuck when they came out. And that kind of sucks what happened to him. But yeah, once they put out Whitebeard, like I'm copping that. I don't care how much they charge for that motherfucker. He's instant cop. Babyality, yeah, I remember that shit. They had fatality, that and animality. Hey yo, damn Todd, opposite of flawless victory. Y'all should read the old comments. That ice was the second biggest thing that hit the Melina's mouth that day. Hey yo, I know he was like, "What that mouth do, girl?" It's Jay Gonzo. What up, yo? What up, Jay Gonzo? What's good with you, man? This motherfucker bought to be $200. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be pretty expensive just because of that wing setup, but yeah, it looks good. So can't wait to see it like fully painted out. You know, it's probably gonna have like some translucent blue on that shit, because yeah, it's really cool when he kind of uses his power and shit, his devil fruit. So yeah, be on the lookout for that when it shows up. Figuart's putting us on notice, aka put up $150 aside. Yeah, exactly. I think that's why it's been slow, honestly, dude. It's been really slow from companies across the board, but I think they're like spreading themselves out. Because even Sexy Eyes looks like they're teasing out more stuff too. Looks like it's just teases all around, guys. So we got this fucking hound fucking mutation thing coming out soon, apparently. So yeah, based on the rest of their stuff, like we've previously seen, like the fucking the Mantis girl, those fucking those Unkvel fucking exterminators or eliminators, dude. That's why Bombuzby can go fuck themselves. They fucking deleted my pre-order, and I'm like, dude, these guys do not reissue stuff, you know. So yeah, I don't know. And their shit is expensive too, man. I was looking at their pre-orders for that Smasher. They're like $120, $140 a pop. Like, holy fuck, you know. And that's like on places like HLJ and shit. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think it's gonna be a line that I'm fully gonna dabble in just because of that. But the stuff is undeniably cool looking. So yeah, be on the lookout for this, because early name on it is a canine type bioweapon Zetard Hound. Zetard. So yeah, this is probably gonna be a cool looking piece, man. Because yeah, who doesn't love a fucking cool fucking dog? Hard fast saying Figuarts or Figuarts? Figure arts or Figuarts? Oh man, don't do that to me, bro. What did they cancel? They canceled my what are they called? The Exterminator Squad, the Sexy Ice joints. Not the red dudes that just recently went up for pre-order. Those first ones that came out that like they came out like in a 3-pack and shit. Dude, I had them pre-ordered with them since like I think November, December. I don't know when the fuck they went up for pre-order, but I pre-ordered it through them. And fuck, dude, once they started shipping, I was like, yo, why is this shit not ship yet? What the fuck, And I'm like, I know these guys got them, bro. So I emailed them and they were like, oh man, we ran out. Some shit. They like replied to me and they're like, we had to cancel your order. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, bro, because I pre-ordered through you, I don't pre-order anywhere else, obviously. So I was like, man, ever since then, it's been like, man, fuck these guys. But it's all good. They canceled that and they canceled my Chaos Superman, but I was able to get that on 5K. But yeah, whatever. It's no big deal. So, yeah. The Smasher on BBTS for $179.99. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's too rich for my blood, honestly, man. I can't afford that shit, bro. Goddamn the price. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Will Sexy Eyes Hound be a 3-pack? That'd be cool, right? But man, that's expensive. But like once you see the shit in the aftermarket, that's why I was so pissed about that 3-pack, because it was like, bro, I'm setting to the side this like what was like $250 or something. I was like setting aside to get it, and like yeah, they canceled my shit, and everywhere else is sold out, and it was going for like $900 like on eBay, bro. So it's just like yeah, $200-$300 is already a lot. Imagine paying 3 times the amount. Fuck no. Like I said, teases all around, guys. So we got a fucking Boss Fight Studios. Looks like they're teasing more of this Hellboy figure out, and it's just like, god damn it, bro. Like, can you guys just make the fucking like show us the damn figure already? It's just like dude, I don't understand why it's so many teases, bro. This is like tease. We got the Hellboy tease. And then they got this what's the name of this hog dude? Gragash or some shit like that. Gragash. I don't know if I ever pronounced it correctly, but yeah, it looks like they're showing off a full wave of figures. So yeah, even the Lobster Johnson. Yeah, it looks like they got like a full wave of figures coming out, but like I said, it's only like these like silhouette images so far. So far we've only been able to see an official teaser for like the Hellboy figure, and these came across on Reddit. So somebody was kind of posting them on X and stuff. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a wave of them. But like I said, where the reveal's at, that's what I'm waiting to see, because something they did reveal was Garfield, and this actually kind of caught me by surprise, because I remember when the Garfield line was shown off by them, I said, well, after you get Odie and Garfield, what the fuck else are you gonna get? And it never crossed my mind that they would get into these like different like little versions of them, obviously in the comic strips and all that stuff, even in the cartoon, they get their little adventures going and stuff. But the one thing that definitely stood out to me is that NECA beat them to the punch that SDCC revealing their Garfield. I like the way that scaled. I like the way that looked. I think maybe pluses and minuses on articulation. Maybe Boss Fight has better articulation. I don't know, because we all kind of know what a NECA feels like sometimes. We all know what they kind of move like. For them to kind of be doing something completely that's not a turtle, it might be something else, But Boss Fight stuff, hey man, it doesn't look bad either. But I think the NECA, just as far as paint work, it looked a lot better to me. So I'm probably gonna wait around for that. The only thing that gets me nervous about it though is that since it's something like a different kind of character, they might not pull it off that good, because I was really kind of excited to get one of their Stitch figures, their little Stitch Elvis figure. And I don't know if you guys seen a review of that. That shit is shit, bro. Like the hair falls off. Like it doesn't even have a magnet on it. It doesn't have like, I don't know, maybe they can do magnets, but it doesn't even peg in. Like it's very cheap. Even the eyes, like I think it was Poc Photos. Shout out to Poc Photos, man. He did a review on it, and I was like excited to jump on that. And that shit was a hunk of shit, honestly. It just did not look like a fun toy. So maybe, I don't know, it gets me nervous that I know this is a different kind of character, but it gets me nervous they're not going to be able to do it correctly. In comparison to this Boss Fight one, it doesn't look bad either, I know these are only rendered images and stuff. So we got the TMNT crossover and then the Halloween adventure. So that was kind of fun, and then we get in-box images or in-hand images, so closer to release for their first wave of figures. So we got Garfield and Odie, and look like simple figures. I just kind of want to see them in size comparison to something else. Like if they're like 3.5 inch, like they say on the solicitations, I hope it's closer to 3 inch. I kind of want to see it scaled next to something, but I might be cool going in for these two figures right here. Honestly, I was kind of debating it when they were revealed. think that was like over a year ago. Maybe like over a year and a half ago. I feel like I talked about these a long time ago, and yeah, to see them finally come out, it's kind of lacking. I mean, it's kind of late, but the one thing that I just noticed right now is the eyes on this Garfield look so similar that yeah, if you get the rest of these, you're gonna be able to kind of create a more ultimate Garfield, because I think the eyes just kind of peg out. So you're able to kind of just peg out the eyes and his like whiskers and all that stuff. So yeah, now that you get these other expressions, like yeah, that'll be kind of cool to kind of buy all of them. Honestly, that's pretty genius. I don't think NECA's gonna do that. I don't think they're gonna go that deep. But yeah, now that I'm looking at it, I might actually get this fucking TMNT one. No, because it has different eyes, bro. Those fucking bigger eyes. This one's just kind of more classic Garfield, really lazy cat. But you want to see one with his eyes fully open, and they're offered over here. So be on the lookout for that. And then the Odie, it just, man, that kind of sucks having to buy that again. It's just another head sculpt. So yeah, be on the lookout for this, guys, if you're interested. I'm kind of interested to see their Hellboy stuff, but like I said, it's kind of annoying that they're only kind of showing off silhouettes of them. But maybe they got something planned. I just know that they're not like a bigger company like Hasbro to be having live streams and shit. So it's just like, show the fucking shit off. Lasagna. Yeah, the lasagna looks good, right? Like, I like that shit, bro. That shit looks fucking classic. Like, man, he was always grubbing on some lasagna, bro. So, oh, man, they look like fun toys, honestly. So I'm not mad at them, man. Might have to jump in on these, man. And then more teases, guys. Looks like we're gonna get Zeom Rig. We're gonna get a fucking Homelander. I mean, not a Homelander, an Omni Man. Oh man, fuck, I'm already fucking high as fuck. Oh man, dude, like I said, too many goddamn teases, bro. It's just, oh man, I was so annoyed by this. I was like, man, this isn't even worth doing a goddamn show. It's just like, we're not talking about shit. Look at this, man. It's just, look at this shit, bro. Like, seriously, it's just so annoying, especially from like third party companies. It's like, what do you guys have to fucking not show off? Like, if I was a company, I would want to show off stuff now when there's other companies not showing anything off. It's just like, yeah, we're gonna get all the attention, you know. Have a pre-order ready, because you know people want to spend their money, bro. Like, you know. But after seeing Jada Toys, man, coming with their Invincible line, it's just, I don't think I'm in a rush to buy any Invincible figures until those figures come out. I think that's just going to be the line to get, because they're going to make the majority of the characters. They're going to be pretty good when it comes to articulation. I know for a fact, just based off the stuff that they've already put out from different lines. Like, I was just showing off with that Tony the Tiger. It's just like, what the fuck? They put all this into that Tony the Tiger? Like, you know, they're going to trick out like more signature characters for like comic books and shit. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be in any rush to buy anything Invincible until that comes out, and then we can kind of compare after, you know. But yeah, I don't know anything about this company right here, Zeo Rig, but it's floating around on fucking X and Instagram. And then on these Atom Body, it looks like Muff Toys, or I don't know if it's Muff Toys or Chaos Toys, but these guys are definitely dancing around with licensing and stuff. We got Guilty Land, Kane the Postman, so Sin City Marv third party figure. And I gotta say, man, I know MEZCO showed off theirs at SDCC. They probably have a pre-order popping up pretty soon, I can imagine, because some of the stuff that they showed off already went up for pre-order, for one figure at least. Yeah, I could see them putting this stuff for pre-order not too far, but this looked pretty good too at Wonderfest last year. It's just, like I said, it gets annoying having to remember all these different kind of third-party names, but it's the same Muff company, Muff Toys. So, you know, everybody's been picking up their like Kryptonite Seeker, that fucking that Clark Kent figure. Forgot the name of that shit, but dude, their stuff it looks better than MEZCO to me, honestly. Like I was saying, the tailoring on their stuff, for it being 112, it just looks more in scale, you know. That's where I feel like MEZCO definitely needs to like update their shit, is like the tailoring on this shit, bro. You see the stitching, their zippers, it looks like old. And when you see companies that are doing it, soft goods also, and it looks better, it's like, then it can be done, you know. It's like, before I wouldn't like take points away because I say, oh, maybe it's too hard to pull off. But once another company does it, then yeah, you better figure out how they're doing it. and just copy them, man. Fuck it. You already have the name brand. You have the official licensing. It's like you got to update your shit, man. So yeah, be on the lookout for this. This is going to be a hot pre-order for sure. For damn sure. You know that. And then a little Baymax action, man, from Big Hero 6. We got this Pop Mart Gong Studio Baymax. I don't know if this is like a model kit. I think it is, but this shit looks fucking cool as fuck, bro. Like, honestly, just what's the other company that made this shit? I think it was, I can't remember who it was. Actually, I think it was like a Mattel. I don't know if that's who made it, but man, I always wanted like a cool Baymax figure just because I don't know, it just kind of looks like a funny looking robot and shit. And the movie wasn't that bad. That was actually probably one of the better fucking Pixar movies in more recent years. Yeah, it shit looks like a cool toy, but I don't know. I don't actually think the model kit's gonna be that hard to put together since like the pieces are like so bulky and shit. It looks like a very simple robot to put together. So yeah, I didn't see this go for pre-order yet. Like I didn't actually get a price on it, but I do know that like that Gong Studio stuff. I bought like their Kingdom Come Superman and Captain Marvel, and yeah, those are fucking dope. But they're completely different toy, you know. So I'm not really familiar with like their model kit stuff, but man, it looks like a model kit and all that stuff. Like simple model kits are like the craze, bro. Everybody's digging on like blockies. Everybody's digging on like YOLO Park stuff. It's just like, yeah, I feel like that's gonna be more companies are gonna start jumping on that stuff, man. And I always wonder why like domestic companies don't do that. I think they just think like American kids or American collectors are just too dumb. And yeah, they're probably right about it. So this looks actually really cool, man. So be on the lookout for that. I don't, like I said, I don't know the exact scale on it. That's kind of the thing that annoys me. It's just like I kind of want to see shit compared to something else because yeah, I want this character to be kind of more bigger. Bigger. Ayo, pause. But what's the chat saying on this stuff, man? I feel like I'm kind of skipping over shit. Patiently waiting on Jada to do Omni-Man first. Yeah, Homelander, like I was saying. Adam body is superb. Definitely getting Guilty Land. They also have 5 different body types they haven't released yet. Yeah, I remember we saw, I think it was like a Casey Jones or some shit, like on like a slimmer Adam body and shit. But yeah, you're right, man. Yeah, that body that they put on that Chaos Superman, that shit's it's great. So yeah, I'm excited to see their shit more so than MEZCO stuff, honestly. Yeah, I feel like their stuff they're coming out like really strong with their shit. Hold on. Fucking phones tripping, bro. All right. Yeah, sorry guys. And Racing is saying a Galaxy of Talents is for sure going to be random figures like Kylo Jones. Yeah. Fuck, I lost exactly where the fuck I was. Yeah, they are using the smaller body for Casey Jones. Yeah. That's what Hustle was saying. Yeah, I can't wait to see like the rest of those characters go up. But that Marv was shown off around the same time as that. So hopefully those pre-orders go live soon, man. But yo, man, you guys like robots, you guys are definitely gonna like this Toy Notch Apollo Python 112 scale collectible figure, bro. This shit is from this Toy Notch company. That shout out to my boy Johnny Number 5, man. He's like the only guy that I've ever really seen like talk about these or like collect these for the most part. But this fucking robot series is just fucking dope as fuck. That like I've never gone in for any of them because I don't know, for whatever reason, it's just like I felt like I don't know too much about it. I'm like, I kind of don't want to just, jump in on some stuff just because some shit I never heard of. But this one right here has like a more of a military desert kind of operative look and shit. This shit looks dope as fuck, man. Like honestly, for $80, it's on the Toy Notch site now. And yeah, if you've ever came across like a review of like their past releases, they're really dope, like put together. Like they move extremely well. And when you look at the proportions on them, it kind of allows for that. It's like they have like these like really big upper bodies and stuff, and they're like different. They're like these different robots. I think one of them was like a drill. I think that was like when they came out. It had like these like huge drill arms, like these fucking exosuit fucking like drill arms and shit. It just looks their designs are really cool. But like I said, I've never really gone in for any of them just because I don't know. I just maybe some shit I've never really thought about collecting. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole and stuff. But this one right here, when I saw this one, I was like, man, this shit looks really dope. and only $80. I can see people army building these pretty heavy. I think I've seen like a couple reviews from D Amazing. I know he's reviewed like one or two of them for the. I think they did like a female robot, and they did this guy right here. I forget the name of him. Let me get the exact name. Because yeah, Astrobots. Yeah, they have like a comic series, and this Astrobotics AM1 Apollo Python is like from like a subline. Let me read it exactly. Astrobotics is a bold new subline within the Astrobots universe, reimagining iconic comic characters with a fresh fusion of creativity, style, and next level playability. Apollo Python is a military grade astrobot evolved from the Apollo class framework and engineered for stealth, infiltration, frontier reconnaissance. Equipped with adaptive camouflage and advanced sensor arrays, Python thrives on solo missions deep behind enemy lines. Yeah, silent, efficient, and always 3 steps ahead. Built with mind for strategy and survival, he's the ultimate scout in hostile territory. This action figure features LED light up eyes powered by a couple batteries right there. I want to read the name of them. And a hyper articulated joint system offering over 50 points of movement, including fully posable hands and fingers. Python comes armed with a tactical loadout, rifle with working magazines, pistol with removable magazines, suppressor, wearable goggle, ninja katana, combat dagger and holster, mounted to rifle, fabric made tactical army harness. Every detail from the scope to the weaponry is designed to deliver a high impact experience for correct collectors and fans alike. Yeah, I've seen, like I said, there are Apollos, or that Apollo robot, but yeah, this looks like it's just like almost like a reimagining. Kind of just looks like more of a paint swap and stuff, but yeah, it definitely looks a lot more tricked out. And then with the LED lights, I can't remember if the old ones had that, but that sets it off a little bit differently. But yeah, this shit just looks cool as fuck, man. Definitely have a lot of attitude. It's just, I like the way that they're kind of like proportioned out, you know. It's just, like I said, it allows for that really dynamic posing and shit, because it doesn't have like too much bulk in the waist area. So yeah, you definitely get like a little waifu chick riding this motherfucker's shoulder and stuff. Looks really cool. Like I've seen a lot of people do that shit all the time, you know, and that's kind of what I see these robots for. It's like you gotta stick like sexy waifu chick with it, you know. That shit always just looks really dope as fuck. And yeah, with the light up eyes, that's sick, man. For $80 too, it's like, damn, this is cool. And this is what I remember when my dude Johnny showed me this shit. I was like, see, this is cool. This is not just ripping off like old robots. This is your own creation. Like these dudes got their own comic series, their own little lore and stuff, and like the designs look cool. You know, it's just original character design. It's not like some ripped off fucking third party Transformers, like, you know, 100th Optimus Prime. Yeah, this shit looks dope as fuck, and I think the collectors of this Toy Knot shit are definitely jumping on this one. Easy army builder for $80. You know, copping 2 is a pretty safe bet to do. And then more Storm Arena, this time from Baki Hanma. So we got fucking another anime I haven't watched, guys. Sorry to say, I've never never really gone down the rabbit hole watching this shit, but I always hear good things about it. We got Karu Hanayama. And by the looks of like it, tossing this dude Baki around like a straight bitch. He looks pretty OP, man. Shit. Is this like the main bad guy? Because yeah, I saw a lot of people fucking posting this shit up on X and shit. They were talking about it like in the comments, and I was like, damn, this shit just looks like a good suited body, but since it's not like that Street Fighter or like that Darkstalkers line, I feel like I kind of want to dabble in a Baki figure, but like I said, since I ain't watched the anime, I'm probably not. But yo, it looks like Storm's eating good with this whole Baki shit, because their 7-inch, 8-inch scale figures all sell out. So I don't know if they're gonna get the same kind of love for the 112 collectors, but it still looks like a cool suited body that, you know, is offering something different with the Storm Arena shit. So anytime a Storm Arena drops something, it's kind of cool to take note of. But yeah, I don't know if they start jumping around too much like they used to do with their old Storm shit. That's gonna be bad for business, bro. So they better know that this shit's selling, man. That's kind of why I was wondering. This was like, you guys already did like a 7-inch line of this shit, and people are already buying them. Why did you jump in the Storm Arena? Is this shit that popular? Is like, am I missing out on this shit? Because this shit was like tripping me out. Like, why the fuck are you jumping on this shit over here now? Like, stick to the Street Fighter, stick to the Darkstalkers. Don't have like fucking 8 lines going on and you're gonna jump around so much. I don't like that shit. Damn, that robot got that got on trend. Custom Silver Surfer get VToys version 002. AKA Slim Body. He's got all the names and shit. They should do Bots Masters. Yeah, I feel like Toy Notch, like I said, they're only doing their original stuff, but yeah, it looks like they're doing good for their small company and shit. Like the people that are buying their stuff, they're digging it. So it doesn't look like they've given up on quality. Yanni Hama should have been soft because he has wicked full body tattoos. Oh, okay. Maybe they do like another version of him, like without his like fucking his little suit and shit. But yeah, this dude looks like a fucking badass motherfucker. So maybe it is that popular. Baki is hugely popular. Okay. Yeah, so that's the only thing I was wondering. I was just thinking, like, man, is this just like some fucking nobody gives a fuck anime? Like, why are they gonna go too deep on it? Because they already have King of Fighters, they have Street Fighter Alpha 3, they have the Dark Stalkers, they have this, and it's just like, fuck, that's a lot already, dude. For the amount of characters in each fucking property, it's gonna be a while for they finish any kind of roster. Baki is dope. If you like UFC, you'll like Baki. Okay. I gotta let some people know they like UFC and shit. I'll watch UFC, but I'm not like a huge fan of it. Maybe that's probably why I didn't jump in on this shit. But I know a lot of my coworkers, a lot of my fucking family like UFC and shit. I got a lot of homies that watch that shit all the time. So I'll let them know about it. But yo, from there we jump into Gangsters Inc. from MEZCO. We got this Franklin Sparky Foreman. And yeah, this was another one that was revealed at MEZCO Con or MEZCO Fair during SDCC. What's that shit called? MEZCO Con? And yeah, man, to see that they're continuing to put out pre-orders, it's like, god damn, they're taxing people, bro, because that shipping on their site is fucking ridiculous, man. $32. The shit is dope though, bro. This shit is fucking sick. When I saw that they were teasing this out, I like that they do that teaser format by giving it to like influencers and stuff and photographers on Instagram, because you get kind of a heads up like, yo, this shit's gonna drop this week. So you start seeing a lot of cats taking pictures of this shit. So I was like, yeah, I can't miss this one, man. This is gonna be a hot one. And like I was talking about a couple weeks back, it's just, yeah, kind of a full circle for MEZCO to kind of go back into the archives and pull out an old line again and kind of modernize it into their 112 line. It's perfect for them because, like I brought up in the past, they've gotten into a run of just producing these really good mafioso style suited bodies, spread out across multiple lines. Like they did a Dick Tracy line that has the same aesthetic. They did their Rumble Society characters that have the same aesthetic. They're doing this Gangsters Inc. line that they had in their archives. Like I was saying, it fits that same aesthetic and all from different lines, so it's perfect for them to kind of, pull this one back out. And man, people jumped on it, bro, because they want this stuff. They don't want just a 12th Batman. They want like original characters. That's kind of why I was praising that Toy Notch robot. It's just something different that looks cool, bro. It's just, that's always going to be a selling point. I feel like companies, they definitely need to know that's an option. Know that's an option that creates something your own shit. Obviously, you're taking inspiration. This shit looks like some straight up mobster cat, Lucky Luciano type, but with exaggerated kind of stylized kind of look. It looks like a fun fucking action figure, it looks like a fun toy. So it just has that toyetic factor because of that stylization to it, and it fits into the stuff that you've already probably been collecting from them. So it's perfect, it goes hand in hand. And obviously collectors of this line, a lot of the like people that really collect MEZCO are probably some of the better photographers out there. Shout out to Be Weird. I know he jumps on a lot of these like MEZCO drops and stuff, and like takes killer photography with them, because they allow for that. Like these guys are always offering like probably the best amount of accessories out there compared to other companies. I know that in recent years they've taken a hit as far as like past releases. I always kind of perceived to have more accessories, but for the most part, it looks like they've always stayed pretty consistent with what they offer in each release, and then it varies obviously with the character selection. But I feel like for like their like kind of more signature characters, in-house brand stuff, they never really lack, in comparison to other stuff. Yeah, you can definitely nitpick here and there, but they always offer you all the hands in the world. That man, look at Black Series, look at Todd McFarlane's, look at Legends. lucky to get 3 sets of hands ever. You know, these guys are overabundance of hands, you know. You get all those like cigarettes and stuff. You get the fucking blast effects that, man, no other company's offering with their guns, you know. So you still get a cool amount of stuff, and then you get these like different types of accessories you're not gonna get anywhere else, like that fucking fish wrapped in a newspaper. Like that is insanely fucking cool, bro. Like that is just that's fucking dope as fuck, you know. And yeah, it comes with like the perfect guns that fits right with them. It's just like, I believe you, but my Tommy gun don't. So that's perfect, man. And yeah, that's kind of the reason that I went in for this shit. It's just like I don't need to have an attachment to everything, but if it looks cool and I think it's like, you know, a good effort from the company, then yeah, that's a reason to get it, you know. And then yeah, to see that they're gonna probably, not probably, they're gonna remake the other characters too. So we're gonna get that O'Brien guy, that big bulky dude, and then that Don Mancini motherfucker. So cool set just to have. And then yeah, for the people that didn't get those Dick Tracy figures and all that stuff, it's just like now I know in the aftermarket they've probably already gone up, but they're probably going to continue to go up as these characters come out, because you know people and on, you know, Instagram are going to take pictures with all of them because they just fit, like I said. So I'm be happy just to get the Gangsters Inc guys, and hopefully maybe they get back into making like more of those hoods characters, because I know Vapor's kind of gotten a few releases, like just different versions of them. I know people have like backtracked on and looked at those older character designs and stuff from that hoods line. Yeah, I could see them modernizing 112 characters now and shit, going back into the archives and doing that. Because when did that Vapor figure come out? That shit came out like in 2021 or some shit. Oh, fuck, it came out a minute ago, and I think a lot of people had that in mind that they were gonna put this whole line out, and haven't done it like in closer to 5 years. So hopefully we don't have to wait that long to get the rest of the Gangsters Inc guys. But I think there's like a teaser image floating around, or I think I saw that. I think I saw them like in the background or something in one of the shots. I might have just been tripping, but maybe they were using the old ones. But yeah, I can't imagine they hold those in their up their sleeve too long. So we'll be seeing that. Did anybody in the chat going for this shit? Because yeah, I know for a fact I almost passed, bro, just because of that shipping. I was like, you know what? I had it in my cart and I was like, fuck this, I ain't getting this shit. And then I noticed that I had like $30 like credit with them, and I applied it and I was like, cool. I think I got this shit for like 118 shipped. So for that reason, I was like, cool. I was like, all right. I didn't really second guess it too much, but yeah, I don't know, man. If I was just collecting MEZCO, dude, and a lot of them are being exclusive, especially in like the last few weeks, I'd be pretty fucking annoyed, bro. That like if you got this, the 1975 Gomez, the Nightwing, and this, you paid $100 shipping, bro. Like that's insane for 3 fucking things. Like that's not even the price of the damn figure. So like $400 for 3, that's a lot, bro. That's a lot, dude. So yeah, and not even including the damn Rumbler. Like that's another $300 right there, and that was free shipping. Like, okay, thanks. But yeah, this one for sure, I didn't second guess it just because I had that credit. But yeah, for $32 shipping, man, they can go fuck themselves a lot of the time. So yeah, should I get on the wait list for Sparky? Man, I think honestly, I think it's a cool looking one, but I think it's gonna look a lot better. Like I said, if you've gotten like those previous like releases of like I forgot the name of those like lobster head dudes. What are the name of those motherfuckers? The Lobster Brothers or some shit? No, I'm way off with that, but those figures look like they would fit with that. That big ass crab head dude. I was like a fucking the muscle of that crew and shit. That Vaporoni, that one kind of fits with this shit too a little bit. And then those Dick Tracy figures, like that shit just goes hand in hand. So I can imagine this shit only going up higher in the aftermarket. So if you don't mind like waiting on waitlist, if you really want it, I mean, they don't charge you for a waitlist though, but that's the cheapest you're ever gonna get it, honestly. That holster with no jacket looks like it's going to be it. Yeah, that this look right here, yeah, that shit looks sick, huh? Oh yeah, shit, this looks badass. Have you seen the trio gangster sharks from Fury Toys? Yeah, I got them. I just haven't opened them yet. I got them right here next to me. What the fuck is the name of these motherfuckers? the fuck is the name of this shit? Beast and Cage. I got these shits. Got all three of them, but I haven't opened them yet. I got one of the boxes right here. But yeah, these shits look awesome, bro. I ended up getting all the Mattel Street Sharks, and I was like, that's it, man. That's my childhood. But man, modern shit, I was like, bro. Like I was just bitching about like seeing more original toys and shit. Like I feel like that's the stuff worth copping, you know. It's just like fuck. It's just it's kind of inspired from Street Sharks and shit. You could say that, but it's like a way more modern, way more fucking rugged look. It's like a lot more grit and shit. It's not like a little kids cartoon. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like that stuff's like dope shit, you know. But yeah, definitely jump on the wait list if you missed out on this guy, because like I was saying, I think that's the cheapest you're gonna be able to cop them. Even though it is a bitch for their shipping. Hopefully they can get that shit fixed, man. But if their shit continues to sell out, it's just like they're not gonna change anything. They don't need to change. It's like they're gonna see their shit continuing to sell out. So that's kind of scary, you know. But I'm not collecting all the MEZCO, so I think I'm pretty safe. And then from Gangsters Inc. to jar figures, we got this fucking new bunny girl from Snail Shell. And man, bro, it's just even these guys are kind of saying this is like a sub line. I'm like, bro, cut it out. This ain't no sub line. This is jar release. And I don't even know the name of this chick, but who cares, bro? Red bunny outfit. You know what you're getting this for. I like to see that these are like the cheaper Snail Shell figures, because obviously this like mummy girl, she's got like a lot more intricate sculpting and stuff going on. This bunny girl, it's just like, yeah, that's a lot of reuse going on already, but who gives a fuck, you know? It's just like copping that shit. $50, $45, I think it is. It's just like, yeah, you can't go wrong pre-ordering two of those. Two of those for two of those, you know? One for the jar, one for the desk. Oh man, so yeah, cop that one. And I think they're offering us some kind of like clothing set, which I didn't even bother to get, because what the fuck would you want to cover her up? Hey yo. But yeah, I think this is like some subline that they got. I don't know if it's like part of like another universe or some shit, but it's all the same shit to me, bro. It's just I think it's fucking hilarious though that they got them always kind of fighting each other like in their previous releases. I think this is like the second time I've seen like this Greasa chick and like the photography of a release. I think recently they did that Tiger Girl and shit, and they were like fighting in a ring or something. So I always think that's kind of fun and shit. They're having fun with their own toy line. It's kind of like their little own jar verse and stuff. And then a couple of items that are popping up on 5K Toys. We have this Ronin looking fucking dude, and honestly, man, when I saw this shit, I was like, I don't know. Like I was just saying, I like to see original character designs and shit, or original characters, but something about this shit to me just is like, nah, I'm not copping this shit. Like I don't. It looks interesting, but interesting doesn't necessarily mean cool. You know, I think I like certain parts of it. Like the sword is dope, but I don't know. To me, it just looks like, I don't know, man. It shit looks like it's gonna be cheaply made, honestly. Like just based off of. I want to see if I can find the picture. Because even right here, look at that like stitching right there. That looks like shit, bro. Like that looks like some fucking GPS lot shit. Like I don't like how that looks. And then that fucking right arm, that looks like it's gonna be fucking a bitch to. I don't want to even say articulate. I think just be put together. I think that's just gonna be fucking loose as fuck, you know. So this to me just looks like, yeah, buyer beware type of shit, you know, because like I said, just because it looks interesting and like cool, like I guess you could call it cool, um doesn't make a good figure, you know. Like honestly, like I saw this shit and I'm like, look at the legs, dude. It's just like, fuck, what the fuck. It's just like everybody's trying to make this like amazing Yamaguchi bootleg body. It's just like, no thank you, bro. Like no thank you. You know, this is just one that I'm like, nope. And then they're doing like a Oni version or some shit, and it's just like, look at the pants. Oh fuck. Oh man, this is like, it looks like somebody's custom, bro. I think there's like a convention going on, a Titan Toy Comic convention or something, and then they have like a best custom action figure, first place, $500. I would submit this shit, and they wouldn't even second guess it. It's a custom. They would say, "Oh wow, that's a cool looking custom." I'm like, "Yeah, I used an amazing Yamaguchi body, and then I 3D printed this shit, and I made this soft goods from one of my mom's old fucking dresses or curtains." It's just like, oh, bro, this shit looks like fucking hell, bro. Fuck, like, fuck, dude. Like, no, man. Don't buy this stuff, guys. Please don't. This is Action Figure Overdose. This week's edition of Action Figure Overdose. We got a winner, guys. We got a fucking winner, bro. Yeah, this is definitely buyer beware shit right here, guys. Like I said, it looks what people would perceive as cool, but to me it doesn't. Look right here, the elbow. Holy fuck, dude. The inside of that elbow. Holy fuck, bro. This shit looks like it's gonna break. It looks like it's gonna be loose, and then it's just like it looks cheap. It looks cheap, dude. Like look at his soft goods. That looks like an old dress shirt that you had, like from church and stuff. That you just like fucking, you just like fucking used to make a fucking pants and shit. Oh man, this looks like fucking hell. Oh fuck. Oh no, definitely staying away from this. This is like for sure. I wanted to talk about it just because I was like, yo, Action Figure Overdose, this week's edition. That's the only reason it made it on the show. So definitely not copping this shit. I think it's the animated looks for me. I mean, I don't. Yeah, even the head sculpt looks fucking shit, huh? It looks like a fucking K-pop demon hunter or some shit. This is like, bro. And then I read like the description, and it's just like, this is like inspired from like Japanese and Chinese. And once they said that, I said, okay, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's just like, no, bro. You're either going Japanese inspired or you're going Chinese inspired. And they were like, oh, a blend of cultural. I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, hell no. I say, oh, hell no. Yeah, this shit looks like custom of the week. Custom of the week, guys. Sorry, guys. Try harder. Look at that shit, dude. Look at that scarf thing that he has. The inside of that. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ, man. Please don't get this, guys. Please don't get this shit. Final Fantasy sword does look nice. Yeah, the sword looks okay, but man, even that shit, it's like, am I tripping or is that shit already warped? I was like, it looks bent to hell. Like, fuck no, dude. No, this shit looks like fucking hell. And it's just like they're trying to show off like a Oni version. So it's like, yeah, this is gonna be a whole collection. Oh, fuck off. It's like fucking shit, guys. Fuck all that shit, man. Don't get this. And then another fucking orc, man. So we got Hellscream thing goes by, and how can they make these orcs better? Gotta make them bigger, baby. And man, this thing looks jacked, bro. Like this motherfucker looks jacked as fuck, but that fucking head, this monster fucking hellspawn thing, like this looks crazy, bro. This looks fucking dope. This looks like a dope ass accessory. That, yeah, just putting the fucking axe right there in the middle of it, splitting it open, like that looks dope as fuck. Like more companies should do this shit. I know Savage Crucible or Harbinger Studios are doing like their little display stands, their little bases. That's dope, man. Like more companies need to offer that shit, like piles of skulls, piles of like corpses, or like shit like this, like heads and shit. Like, that shit looks badass. You could just put that. You could put like a Conan standing over that shit, and it looks like you did something, you know, like, oh, whoa, man, look at the world building this guy's doing. Like, yeah, bro, this shit looks dope as fuck, you know? So yeah, really, really crazy look. And like I was saying, I was like, how do you make them better? Just make them bigger, baby. We got ourselves a winner. And yeah, just look how he towers over these other motherfuckers. And I think these were those convention exclusives that sold out fucking fast as hell. But shout out to Kilian, man. This guy, like I said, this guy cops everything, man. Like he gets the first looks. It's always between him and Isaac Wong. And I mean, Isaac Wong buys other stuff too. He gets like the Bandai shit, but this dude gets it all, bro. So I always appreciate his socials and shit. It's those early looks that we kind of take a look at and stuff. But yeah, it looks like a full spread on these things. But man, are they fucking gonna continue to make orcs? It's like, god damn, bro. I'm waiting on that that 6-inch plus, that Hulk, man. That shit looks dope as hell, bro. But yeah, outside of that, I'm really World of Warcraft, so Not really dabbled into many of them. I'm still waiting on one of the Mithril ones, that magma looking one that looked like a, what was that shit? It was like a Mithril Studios, I think. They made like this magma looking one. It was like black with like orange paint on it, like not translucent, but it like glows and shit. I'm waiting for that one. That's the one I kind of want to see what's up with. But yeah, if you're into orcs and shit, you've been eating good for like the last 3 years, bro. Like that's all they've been making and shit. And it just trips me out that they're like, let's just make them bigger, baby. So that's fucking dope as fuck. Isaac Wong and Mr. Lee have the action figure cheat code. Yeah. Mr. Lee with that, I don't know what the fuck he does with his photography, but that shit looks like pristine, bro. It looks so clean. But Isaac Wong, man, with the early looks, his reviews are like some of the best shit. And then this guy too, Akilia, man, he's awesome. Definitely follow him. I think it goes by Universe Chew or something on X. But yeah, that fool's cool as fuck. But yo, guys, that's all the action figure toy news I have for the evening. Like I said, it was a lot of teaser images, man. I kind of apologize for that. I was like, is it worth coming in up here and doing a show and shit? But yeah, I did want to get back in here. Like I said, it's just fun. It's fun to kind of come up here and chat toys and stuff with like-minded people and shit. Even though we might have different opinions, it's like it's just a place to kind of do that and shit. So yeah, I'm glad that we can kind of do it here and shit all the time. But yo, guys, that's it for me, man. Like I said, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things and shit. Kind of always, like I said, I'm limited by the content based off of like what we get to see from companies. So I don't know. I still try to find some shit, you know, like I'll dig deep, guys. And once I'm pulling this shit out, it's like, yeah, I'm scraping bottom of the barrel, bro. It's like, come on. I was so annoyed. I was like, oh fuck, it's gonna be a long episode, man. But it was still kind of cool to come in here and chop it up though, man. So thank you guys, man. But yeah, that's it for me, because I do got to get out of here and shit, man. Until the next episode 58, man, you guys take care of yourselves. Keep buying dope stuff. Keep collecting, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. You guys take care. Peace out.